like a hurricane here in Duckburg. Race cars, lasers, aeroplanes. It's a duck blur. Might solve a mystery or rewrite history. DuckTales, woo! Every day they're out there making DuckTales, woo! Tales of daring, do bad, and DuckTales. Danger, watch behind you. There's a stranger out to find you. What to do? Just grab onto some DuckTales, woo! Every day they're out there making DuckTales, woo! Tales of daring, do bad, and good DuckTales, woo! Not ponytails or cottontails, no DuckTales, woo!
Hello everyone and welcome to the United Gamedom Podcast, another episode here. This is episode 43. We're edging closer to the big 5-0. I am of course one of your hosts, Darren, Darrow, whatever you D-man or whatever you want to call me, the Irish Angry Gamer, pissed off gay, etc, etc. With me once again this week is the good old Canadian guy, D-boy with the smooth ass voice. Hello, how you doing, Dennis?
Yeah, doing pretty good. Last day of my vacation today, Sunday. Yeah, going back to a normal life next week. So, but it will be Good Friday next Friday, so I'll probably have that off. So not too bad, I guess. We're going back to work. So spent a nice vacation. Was nice. Was fun.
Just a nice, just relaxing and pretty much gaming.
Whole lot of gaming, yeah, as you'll see soon.
Yeah, we're gonna do things a little different here now in terms of news now, because I just felt that we just tend to go on too damn long with the news, especially the fact that some of the news stories, no offense now, I just really couldn't be arsed talking about, because some of it's just just no interest to me whatsoever though.
Mm-hmm.
So from now on, what we do is that we're just going to choose a few stories, like each of us, and we sort of discuss, and also then we just summarize some other stories that came out this week.
Yep.
Just basically to run things along.
Yeah.
And make it not 3 hours long.
Yeah. Try to reduce the time on these things.
Yeah, because we don't want them to be feature length, Lord of the Rings length now.
Yeah.
Like all the time.
3 hour long podcast.
Yeah, because that happened in episode 10 when we went for the first 3 hours, and pretty much have never looked back though, because most of the episodes since then have been 3 hours. And not everyone has 3 hours of free time to listen to podcasts. Some people have like 1 or 2 hours at most.
Yeah, I certainly don't.
Yeah, you don't really listen to any podcasts, do you?
Rarely, I'll listen. Sometimes I don't listen to the Giant Bomb podcast or anything. I'll catch a podcast in and there once in a while. I don't listen to our podcast. I'll just listen to the song that you put at the beginning of it, and that's pretty much it. So
yeah. I too tend to listen to it back though, just some like bits and bobs to just say if everything's all right now and everything's like. Especially when there's like editing to be involved, like someone comes in and interrupts me or whatever, or like
I'll have my own interruption.
Yeah, interruptions pretty much. I have to listen back to it though and try to cut things out, make it silent though, because you can't really know. Hello, I'm talking, and then boom, door opens, and then you hear my mother talking to me or something.
Yeah.
Which chances are that'll probably happen this episode, because it usually tends to happen.
Yeah.
Once per episode, and it gets on my nerves.
Oh well.
But yeah, I listen to a bunch of podcasts anyway though. Like I listen to the Giant Bombcast, so I tend to actually listen to more of the older ones than the newer ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm listening to 2009 at the moment though, and listen to them though realizes I actually prefer them ones rather than to the newer ones. I actually find them more entertaining.
Okay.
I think maybe because the fact is they're shorter than they are. Because like fucking now, they always go over 3 hours now.
Mm-hmm.
Always go over 3 hours. It's very rarely they go under 2 hours. They just basically cut our bug, it seems, and go over 3 hours all the time.
Yeah, it's babbling. I think they babble a whole lot. If it's like
Yeah,
in
because they
quick
talk like
looks.
30 minutes or so at the start about random stuff, and then they actually talk about games. And the weird thing as well, back then as well, the games I've been playing, they weren't really that long. Usually it's kind of like 30 minutes tops or so, 30, 40 minutes tops or so, and then usually it's like a good chunk of news stuff, and then emails tend to take a good, 20, 30 minutes as well.
Yeah.
Nowadays it's like fucking 2 hours of games we've been playing mixed with random topics,
Yeah.
then news, and then new releases, etc.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's get going here though, because as much as I like doing tangents, so we should just get going into the games we've been playing. And since you've been off this week, Dennis, you've been playing a whole lot of stuff, and probably for the first time in the history of this podcast, you've been playing more than I have.
I think so, yeah. Well, the perks of being on vacations that you can, pretty much didn't have a whole lot to do this week, so just sat back and played a whole lot of video games this week. I guess I should start off with I went back to Sleeping Dogs and played some of the DLC from Sleeping Dogs. I think I talked about it last week. I think I touched upon it a little bit last week.
Yeah, you talked about you're currently playing Nightmare at North Point, so you were.
Yeah. So I finished 3 of the 4 DLC things that have come out for Sleeping Dogs. I finished Nightmare at North Point. Really enjoyed that one. The story is a little weird. Like the dead rise and they start, attacking people, and then people become zombies themselves, and you have to go after this guy and like this ex-gang member that's become a zombie, and you have to stop him and all of that. So it's pretty much that type of game. It's fun. It was pretty fun. Like everything, you have everything. You have the hand-to-hand combat. You have a little bit of a shooting in like the very close to the end boss. But it's more of the hand-to-hand fighting than the actual gunplay in this one. So, but it was fun. It's enjoyable.
Which is good anyway, though. Like, I do like the gunplay in it, though, as well, but I think the hand-to-hand combat's, like, really where that game shines.
Yeah. Taking a cue from Batman and, just fluid and very well-made hand-to-hand combat, so that was fun to play. I also played and finished Year of the Snake, which is the most recent one that came out, and that one's my favorite. Way he gets placed on, he gets back, been cut down to meter maid, or, like this, very just policeman that goes around in his uniform and hands out tickets and, stops riots and everything. And
you're just basically saying the low end of the force, so like sort of the basic stuff you use if you're like a cop.
Yeah, just a regular cop, I guess you could say.
Yeah, pretty much. You're not like a detective or a special agent or anything like that now.
Yeah, you don't even have a gun. You have nothing. So, well, at the very start, you don't have a gun anyway. So you discover this gang that's trying to, that says that the Year of the Snake is the end of the world. Like this year is the Year of the Snake. I think in what is this? Japan. China, sorry. I said in China it's the Year of the Snake this year, so like they take that premise and they start planting bombs everywhere, and they want to kill people and all that, doing that. So you discover that and you try to stop them, and then at the end, like you're dressed up in full SWAT. They give you new guns that you can use in the story afterwards, which is cool. You have this like this gun that launches gas grenades that you can launch at people, and they start coughing and all that, and then you can go in and start hitting them, and that's pretty cool. That's the story is fun. The I think it's my favorite DLC. There's a
How long are these? How long are these DLC packs?
I would say maybe Nightmare at North Point is maybe 4 to 5 hours, and Year of the Snake is maybe 3 or 4 hours.
So not so bad really then compared to what you're paying for them anyway.
Yeah, and you have a couple in Year of the Snake. You have a couple of side missions where you can like stop gangs and disarm bombs and stuff like that. Like you have to drive a car over in the water to quote unquote disarm the bomb. So you have a couple of side missions like that, apart from the main mission, which is pretty cool. And I also played the another DLC, which is Wheels of Fury, and this one is probably an hour and a half, 2 hours. But you stay in because the other two are like separate from the main story, and Wheels of Fury is in the main story. So
Yeah, it's integrated into it.
yeah. So you have a side mission where you go and this scientist has this car that you have to go fetch, and then when you have the car, you have to protect it from gangs that are trying to get it. And the car has machine gun turrets, and it has this EMP that you can disable other cars when you activate it, and it disables all the other cars around you. It's pretty cool. It was all right. It's the worst one of all of them because there's not a whole lot to do. But the whole driving stuff is pretty cool. Driving and shooting.
How much are these again now?
Wheels of Fury was like $2, but the others are like I think it's $7, $6 and $7 I think.
Yeah, that's not so bad considering what you get. Like, you're getting a good couple of hours extra anyway, and like, that's good sort of DLC. Like, at least you're getting like sort of value there.
Yeah.
Whereas like sometimes you're getting a DLC thing, and it's like, oh, I paid $10 for this, and it lasts like 30 minutes.
Yeah, you pay like up the ass for something, and it's really really short.
Yeah, like the Saints Row ones I think are around the same price as this, so and they were like what 30 minutes to an hour or so at most.
Yeah, well around that, yeah, I would say maybe an hour and a half, maybe, but
Yeah, so
that's being
and
generous.
like they were like kind of lousy anyway as
Yeah.
well, so they weren't that, and you paid like the season pass again, like I keep hopping on about
Yeah.
it. You still got screwed over that.
Yeah, I did. I got screwed over the season pass. If I would have, played the first one and seen how it was, then I would have said, "Fuck this. I'm not buying
Yeah.
the other ones."
That's why I don't really care for season pass stuff, though I never will
Mhm.
buy that there.
Mhm.
I'd wait until like a few of them are out and see what the general consensus is, and it's like, oh, if it's worth getting, I'll check. I'll probably just buy the season pass then, so I'll save a bit of money.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna it's pretty much pre-ordering for DLC now.
Yeah, and I'm pretty much. I mean, I'm not getting caught anymore with the season pass stuff. Like it happened with Saints Row, and that's it. I'm not getting caught with the other ones. That's for sure.
Yeah, like Gears of War I think has a season pass. Like Gears of War 3 one had one, and Borderlands 2 has one. Bioshock Infinite has one.
Well,
Yeah, every fucking most big games nowadays tend to have a season pass.
Gears of War is different. Season pass for maps. You know that.
Yeah, but it's still kind of the same thing though.
Yeah.
Like you're still pre-ordering for like DLC at the end of the day.
Yeah. It's not story content though. It's like maps for like Call of Duty has a season pass and all that.
No, like the last one was DLC for maps and like add-on content, single player stuff.
It was? I can't remember.
Yeah, there was that Ram Shadow one, and I think there was another one, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Or that was it.
Yeah, that's
And then
right.
it was, like,
Yeah.
the rest were like maps.
I forgot about that. Ram Shadow. Yeah.
I don't know if that was the only sort of single player campaign stuff though, or was there another one? I think it might have been it.
I really don't remember. You said I didn't even remember for.
No, I didn't even play any of the DLC
No.
stuff anyway. It's just like I just played the main campaign. It's like, yep, that's
That'll
Gears of
do.
War 3 for you.
Yeah.
And
That's enough.
the new one was out this week, and it's been getting okay reviews, decent reviews.
It's been getting fair reviews, but yeah, I think it won't sell all that well. I don't
Nah.
think so.
Did you watch this week's feedback on it?
Yeah, I did.
That was pretty funny.
It's like pretty. He's like, oh, we don't have any more, bad stuff to say about the game, and then he says, "Here's YouTube." And he's like, yeah, there.
YouTube if these comments. Lunch or something it was. And it's like some of them were funny.
Yeah.
My favorite part of that thing, like the thing I love about it is just the way the voices the team put on.
Yeah.
And just the way they fucking basically say what the way they spell and all that there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they say
Some
it
of
exactly the way it's spelled.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good show. I also watched just to touch upon that the Escape from Mount Stupid's out today.
Yeah, I watched it there before we recorded here.
The Shock series.
Yeah.
Those are pretty good also.
Danny's Irish accent really coming out there with the little when he's on screen.
Yeah. That's true. But yeah, some people say I can't understand him, but
I can understand him just fine. I'm like from Northern Ireland though, but it's still like kind of Irish though, because my father was from Southern Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
So, and basically, I don't know what would be wrong with me if I wasn't able to understand him.
Yeah. So so yeah, that's pretty much it for Sleeping Dogs. I haven't played the other one, which I cannot remember the name, but
I think it's the island of something though. I know it's like you go to an island now and you take this in like this kind of tournament thing, so you do.
yeah, tournament of I can't remember what it is.
Yeah, I think it's called like something the island though, but I know you take you go to this like island and you take part in the tournament or something anyway.
Yeah, I found
That's
it.
okay,
Zodiac
yeah.
Tournament. That's the name of it. So, yeah, I haven't played the Zodiac Tournament. Not to say that I was fed up with Sleeping Dogs with like 3 DLC things in one shot.
Yeah,
I was like,
you're
okay,
getting burnt out pretty much.
I'm gonna leave it for now. Yeah, it's still a great game. It still looks absolutely phenomenal. It's like this game looks really, really awesome. I don't know how many times I'm gonna say it, but it looks really great.
Yeah, you've had her on about it though, and like I'm with you, and I'm in the same boat as well. Because like I got on the PC, and it does look very, very good. Though it looks really nice, especially when you have the high res pack and just basically the way the rain works, the slickness, like the slick on the ground and all that there, just looks really cool. Like I love it when it rains in that game.
And just the city, like the entire city, looks really great, really fantastic.
Yeah, like all the neon lights, etc. Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
So it's a very nice looking game. It's really like it's often on sale on Steam, which I would, if you guys don't have it, grab it. If you can on your PC, grab it on PC.
Yeah, if you have a good PC, now they're on it now.
Yeah, play it on PC. It looks phenomenal. It looks really great, and the game's fantastic too. So.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, this is a great, it's like a great looking game, but the gameplay is mediocre. No, it's not.
Crisis 3. Yeah. Exactly.
Burn!
So, yeah, that's Crisis 3 for you. I've also played a couple of other games. I played, downloaded and played Cart Life, which I watched a quick look for and a couple of months back, I guess. And,
I think it was last month or the month before, I don't know. It was pretty early. It was like
early this year, I think.
Yeah.
So, I saw it on sale for $3. Like it's been greenlit and it was on sale for $3. I said, hey, why not? Just check it out how it is. I played maybe 10 minutes and said, fuck this.
Yeah, seen your tweets like, yeah, I got this Cart Life. I'm never going to play this game again.
Yeah. Played Cart Life for Cart Life.
Like, what exactly is this now? Like, I haven't watched a quick look for it whatsoever.
You get to choose between 3. It's an adventure game, pretty much. You get to choose between 3 people, and you have to. Like the guy that I chose is a Polish immigrant in the United States, and he has to open a newsstand, and you have to make money for he has to make money to pay certain bills or stuff like that, and other characters have their other little things that they have to pay, or they have to do to get through. But I had to pay. I think it's a bill or something like that that I owed money to somebody, and he comes to America with his little cat, and it starts off. It was fine. It starts off okay. Here's the newsstand. Here's how you do your stuff. And I to prepare the newspapers to sell. Like you need to type in what's written on the screen. Yeah, exactly. Exactly like it is on the screen, so he doesn't make any mistakes and all that. So that was cool.
Right.
That was fun. That's cool. And then when your day is over, you go home, and it's like a little bit like The Sims mixed with like your cat's hungry. You have to find cat food. So I looked everywhere for cat food, didn't find anything. Then you get hungry, you have to find food, and my guy, he's like a chain smoker, the guy that I played. So he has to smoke. He runs out of cigarettes, and he has to find a place, to buy some cigarettes and smoke. If he doesn't smoke, he coughs all the time. Like that stops your gameplay, and if you're tending your newsstand, you start coughing, the clients will kind of not go to your stand and go elsewhere. And
Yeah, it's like, oh, I don't want to catch what he's having or
Yeah.
whatever, because he's coughing all the time. It's like, oh, that's very unhygienic or whatever.
yeah, so it's bad for business and all that. So, I couldn't find anything, couldn't find a cat food, and there's no hints at all. There's no like, hey, maybe you should look for cat food in blah, 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 or hey, maybe you should look for this over here, or there's nothing. So you're like standing there and you're like, okay, what do I do now? Where do I go? What do I look for? And that's when I said, well, that's it for me. Thank you. So stop playing that game really quickly. So
Yeah, it's like, oh yes, this first part sounds cool. I'll just basically do a newsstand and do this little thing, sell newspaper to customers. This sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then it sort of turns on its ass then for you, where you have to go home and find these items and you don't have no hints whatsoever.
yeah, it kind of
like
kind of reminded me of Cook Serve Delicious. Like you have to be fast to prepare everything. So I like that part because I like the game Cook Serve Delicious, which is now on Steam, by the way. You can get it on Steam. I like that game. I played that game, really enjoyed it. I thought it would be a little bit like that with a little bit of RPG elements, like you go around and pick up stuff and make your person do his daily job and all that, and go home and take care of the cat and stuff like that. So. But you're stuck and you don't know where to go, and you don't know where to go to buy the food and stuff like that. So I said, yeah, that's it. That's it for me. Thank you. So maybe I should try the other people, see if they play differently, because apparently they all three of them play differently. So I don't know. I don't know what I should do. Maybe I'll go back and check it out, but I highly doubt it. So
yeah,
but it's $3, so
yeah. Still $3 down the drain, but it's not that much. It's not like you paid like $30 or something.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, geez, I paid $30 for this.
then I would have been pissed off. Well,
Yeah.
first of all, I would have bought it at $30, but $3. I said, hey, I'll check it out. Encourage, give some encouragement to the indie developers, and make them do, give them some money so they can continue doing what they do. We talked about that last week. So, the indies doing what they do, all these nice independent video games that they do, which are pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, PAX East's happening
Yeah.
at the moment though. It's I think it's the last day today, or I don't know if I think it's on today though.
Yeah, it's the
It
last day
is.
today, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's it though, and a lot of indie games pop up there, so they do.
Yeah.
And this week I think is GDC.
Next weekend, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, GDC, and that the IGF is happening there as well, Independent Games Festival, and that's where the sort of one of the sort of big things of our indie games indie games get awarded for these different prizes.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly.
It's just nice to see they're getting recognition now. You wouldn't say indie games really were really existed in a big way though, like 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But now like they've come pretty much into their own, into our own though, over the past like 5 years
Yeah,
though.
they become something
And
something special, I guess. So.
yeah, exactly. And like I said, like some of my favorite games over the last few years have been like downloadable indie games, so
Yeah.
like games like didn't have like load of people behind them now, but they just like are great. Like
Journey.
like I said, Outland's not like one of those like real indie games. And like you have like one or two people playing it though, like design it though, but
Yeah.
it's just one of those like Xbox Live Arcade games I loved. And Dust last year is done by one guy, and that's a great game
Mm-hmm.
as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So it's nice to see some indies getting recognition. So
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
Well, not yeah. Some people do, like there's great indie guys out there though, but there's other ones that not a lot of people care for because they kind of say silly things, I guess. Like Phil Fish there last year,
Yeah.
the whole thing about when he was talking about Japan,
Mm-hmm.
Japanese, and there last year, and also Jonathan Blow
Yeah.
tends to open his mouth a little sometimes as
Yeah.
well.
He's a bit out there, that guy. So Oh well, not every. I guess some of them are more eccentric than others. I guess you could say. So.
Mm. Like I said, like you should check in the game the movie.
Yeah, I should definitely watch that.
Yeah, like I watched it there a few months back, and I thought it was very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, gives you a sort of better understanding of indie developers, like especially ones who like where a few people work on it though.
Yeah.
And they're sort of like the pressure they're under and all that.
I think it's on Steam and YouTube, right, or something like that.
Yeah, it's on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
Like I watched it on Netflix, so I did though, but it's on Steam. You can buy it on Steam.
Okay.
I actually think I have a code for it though, so I do.
Okay.
Because I was part of the one of the Humble bundles. I don't know if it could still work. If it does, I think I might just give you that code because I already watched it and I don't really have any need for to watch it though.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
nice if you still have it around.
Yeah,
Check it out.
yeah. I'll check it here while you're talking.
Okay.
Please talk, code, because I need to mute my mic because I'm about to cough.
Okay, no problem. So that's Cart Life. I also played. I'm having a little bit of a cat in the throat myself over here, but I played a little bit of Mark of the Ninja last week. Did maybe 2 more levels in my own sucky little way. So, I'm not the best ninja guy out there. I still get caught a couple of times and still get detected a couple of times, but really enjoyable game. Really fun. I don't think you can. Well, in my opinion, in my own experience, I can't really play too much of it. Like I'll play maybe 1 or 2 levels, and that'll be that. Like I'll say, okay, that's enough for now, and like if I play more, I'll get detected more often. Like I'll slip up and get detected or die or something like that. Or so I like to play a little bit less of the game once in a while, so play like a level once in a while and stuff like that. So it's a very good game. Still came out last year, so recommend it too.
Yeah, I still need to go back and play that though. I might do it sometime soon though. Like I've actually been doing very good in finishing games this year
Yeah.
though, and like I know a bit of I don't know, kind of like bragging about it though. I don't mean to though, but like I finished 16 games this year thus far.
That's pretty good. That's more than me, I think.
Yeah, well, like some of them are like ones that like I like played from last year though. Torchlight and Sleeping Dog. So
Yeah.
like all of like I bought like all of the new releases now. I bought though, like in terms of full price new releases, I finished like, except for Tomb Raider at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And like Bioshock, which I've paid for, and it was sent yesterday, and hopefully I'll get tomorrow.
Yeah, that would be cool if you get it tomorrow. I still have to wait till Tuesday, but I got it on Steam, so I know you couldn't get it on Steam because your computer can't run it or something like that.
No, I'd be able to run it all right now though. It's just won't be able to run it on its like recommended sentence, so it's just not really any point then if I can't like run it at a good. If it doesn't, it'll just basically be playing it on the 360.
Yeah. Before I get into the sports games, because I've been playing a whole lot of those, I downloaded. There's actually a. Oh, thanks for the code. I just saw that right there.
Yeah, it just says just send you the code there for it there, so you can try it there. Yeah, I still have them there. Like there's just redeem them because like I always seen it though, so I don't really need it. I can just watch it on Netflix anyway if I want it because it's on Netflix. So.
Oh, that's cool.
So
I'll probably watch it later on.
Yeah, just watch it later and tell me what you think of it.
So before we get, as I said, into the sports, I downloaded a game that I've been talking a little bit about getting and trying out, and it's like 50% off now. So
yeah, because there's this like indie game sort of sale on Steam at the moment.
yeah, there's a whole lot of indie games on sale right now if you want to check it out on Steam. So I bought it there. Euro Truck Simulator 2. I want to try this out for a while now since I saw the Giant Bomb Quick Look.
Once called it a quick look. It was 2 hours long.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the longest, if not the longest, quick look.
I think so. Yeah, it's
that and StarCraft 2 as well. That was like 2 hours long.
But yeah, I think they did that during the holidays. Like nobody was in the office, and
no, I think it was early this year. Actually, it wasn't. It was like yeah,
I think it was early during the
I
holidays.
don't know if it was still or I think it was kind of. I think not everyone was still in it. Yeah, I think it was still like holidays for some people though.
Because it was only Brad and there was Brad, there was Alexis, Vinny.
It was like Brad, Ryan, and Vinny kind of, and like Dave and Drew and Alexis. Right? It looks like Jeff or Patrick were there.
Ryan wasn't around. He wasn't in.
Oh, was he not? Okay.
No, it was actually Brad who was in the control room for that quick look. He was, making the fade in, fade out, and all that.
Oh yeah, because like I know, yeah, Vinny said to start. Thanks, Brad, or whatever.
Yeah. So yeah, I tried it out, and well, I have to say I tried it out on Friday night, and I was drinking a bit, so maybe that didn't help the entire thing.
Don't drink and drive, folks.
No, don't do it, even if it's a simulation.
Yeah.
First of
still, makes you lose your concentration and makes you all work
yeah,
and you can't go all over the place.
So it took me maybe 15 minutes to configure my controller to start off with, and once it was configured, I drove around, which was not that hard to do. But I tried to park. I got to my destination and I tried to park the trailer. Like you have to put the trailer in a certain position, unhook it, and then go. I couldn't even get the trailer. I couldn't back up. Each time I was backing up, like the trailer would go one side and the van would go on the other side, and like I tried that for half an hour or something like that. Backing up, going back in, backing up, going back in, backing up, and I couldn't even do it right. So I said, well, I'll give it a rest for now. I'm not gonna bother with that. And I had damaged my truck. Like my truck was 85% damaged or something like that.
you fucking reckless driver, yeah.
And then it said call for roadside assistance. So I kept calling for roadside assistance. It brought me to a garage. And then it kept saying, have your truck repaired. And I didn't even know what to do at that point. Like I was looking in the menus to try to repair the truck, but I could only refuel the truck. I couldn't repair it, so I didn't know what was going on. So I thought, it automatically brings me here, so it's probably repaired. Go back on the road, hit something, and it says 95% damage. I'm like, okay, well, that's not the case. So it's pretty tough. It's pretty tough to drive that truck around. Let me tell you, it's not the easiest thing in the world. So, but it's cool. I played around with the radio, of course. You can listen to radio stations around the world. So I was listening to radio stations in France and Dublin, and went to a couple of places. Listening to radio stations, and it was pretty cool. was fun.
Yeah, if there's some way you can stream Radio 1, perhaps BBC Radio 1, I guess, as well, and listen to it.
Yeah, I didn't see BBC Radio 1 though.
Nah, but there's like a bunch of them there anyway.
Oh yeah, there's a
like,
ton of them.
if there's some way, because I know in the Quick Look they did, the stream thing for, the Hotline Miami soundtrack.
Yeah, you need the code for their website to go to the website and
Yeah, like some little wee code, like set like URL and like other code as well, and put it in.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll have to give it another try, but the game looks all right. It's a little complicated to. It's a real simulator. It's not Euro Truck arcade mode or anything like that. You can't go out there and smash into everything and get no damage or whatever. As soon as you smash into something, you get damage and it affects your truck. And truck is not easy to steer. It's not easy to park. It's not. It's a pretty complicated game to be quite honest with you. So, have you played it? I know you haven't.
Nah, I don't have it.
No.
So I got the demo though, but like I just tried it for a bit, and like I was just one of those games I was about to play it though. Like I set it up, was ready to go, had like control configuration, etc. I couldn't configure my controls properly though, and
Yeah.
I was like, no, I'm just not in the mood to do this at the moment.
That took me a while to get everything configured right. Jesus, it took me a long time before I got everything right.
I know Vinny used the like kind of setup thing. I forget what was like kind of don't know what device he used now, but it wasn't like a standard control.
Mm-hmm.
Something like I was like a little truck peripheral device or something. I think he was using.
Yeah.
For a quick look on there, that's why he had certain problems at the start, etc. And where he ran over a car and like the car got stuck under him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Also, talking about this here, did you see the best of Quick Look on YouTube? The new one of it. That was basically this here.
It's basically it is.
Yeah, just highlights of that Quick Look really.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I'd rather just see a bunch of Quick Looks though, but like that was a good Quick Look though. So
yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a really great Quick Look, really hilarious. So if you can check it out, you can. Well, it's 2 hours, so if you have time, check it out. But yeah, it's a cool Quick Look. I liked it. So I played that, and now going into sports, woohoo! So people who like sports, get ready. I played some. I'll touch upon briefly these MLB 13 and NHL 13. So some hockey, some baseball. I'm not gonna go too much into details. It's hockey, it's baseball. So there you go.
Yeah, and only Canadians and Americans will curve out it.
Yeah, exactly. So
respectively, like we do have hockey over here. Like we have a team called the Belfast Giants, but like it's not like as popular as it is in Canada and out there. And baseball, like I said, we don't get a lot of baseball games. I think it's pretty much non-existent here in terms of popularity. Like I know a few people probably really like it here, but it's not like easy to watch on on a certain on sports channels here. Like our main sports, football and rugby and that there.
Yeah. So over here, it's pretty much hockey's a religion, pretty much in Canada. So everybody loves hockey, and baseball is extremely popular in the United States. So I love baseball.
I'd rather watch baseball than fucking cricket, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, I know cricket is pretty big over there. Europe.
Yeah, it's like one of the main sports as well, and oh man, I just don't see why people find that fascinating.
Yeah.
Watching a sport all day bloody long.
Yeah, apparently the games are really long, I think.
Yeah, like the thing is, there's like a bunch of different sort of tests, bunch of different cricket. I think there's like these test matches or whatever. Or, like the Ashes is like kind of this big sort of thing, rivalry between England and Australia, and then it goes over like I think it's like 5 games or something, best of 5 or something like that there, and there's like basically they go over a couple of a matter of a few weeks or something. That goes over a few weeks, and then there's like this test matches, which I think they take over a couple of days, and there's like 2020 or something, or whatever they call it, or one day or whatever, and they go up, like they last a day or something. It's just like really weird the way they work though.
Okay. I think I watched a little bit of cricket in my life, and I was like, man, this looks somewhat like baseball, but not really. Like it's kind of weird, weird sport.
Yeah, it's like the way it works. Like you have 450 runs and like, 2 outs or something like that. It's okay, what the hell? How does this work?
Yeah, it's a little weird. So I played those two sports, and I went back to WWE 13. I said, I was watching some this week. I was watching some videos on YouTube, like some old WWE videos, WWF and Macho Man Randy Savage and stuff like that. So I don't know. I said, go back to WWE 13 and go back to universe mode and make up my own stories in my head. So started making up these stories of an ECW invasion, not a TNA invasion. Sorry, and they call themselves the new ECW. So like Rob Van Dam, AJ Styles, Kurt Angle, Jeff Hardy, Paul Heyman, CM Punk, like a couple of guys that were old ECW guys. Like making a faction and bringing back the
old new ECW kinda.
Yeah, exactly.
Except for Rob Van Dam, he's the only one who's actually in the original ECW.
Yeah, but CM Punk I think was in the original one, right?
Well, your brand that won WWE did, yeah, but
okay.
not the original one that Paul Heyman and that did in the 90s.
Okay. I thought he was in the original ECW.
No, he wasn't. He came from indie, like the Ring of Honor and that there.
Okay.
That's where he came from.
So I've been, thinking about, these storylines, making storylines in my head, and, making like the matches play out and see how they go, and all sorts of champions coming out, and like if I were to manage a WWE show, it wouldn't be like 1-versus-1 like I was having like Hell in a Cell matches in every fucking pay-per-view, and like elimination chambers in every pay-per-view, and ladder matches and TLCs and all that stuff, So pretty much I'm injuring my whole, because you can injure your wrestlers in the game. So I think I have.
Oh, so it's like fucking WWE 08 then.
Yeah.
WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 08. Greedy.
Like I have 5 wrestlers that are injured right now. So it's after participating in matches. So it's weird. It's cool, but it's fun. I'm not gonna go back to it because I'm kind of burnt out. I don't play the game. Like I set up the matches and I watch them. I watch the fantastic AI play out the matches.
Yeah, would you take like a fucking dog's age to finish a match?
I was laughing. Like I made them play out a couple of one. I had this fatal 4-way ladder match for the women's championship, because fuck the Divas championship. I brought back the women's championship, and the champion was Trish Stratus, and it was Lita, AJ Lee, and who was it?
I thought you could say AJ Styles there.
No, AJ Lee and Natalia, which is Bret Hart's niece.
Yeah, it's Jim Neidhart's daughter.
Yeah. So I had them fight, and at the very beginning of the fight, Trish Stratus gets thrown out of the ring, and then she starts walking up the ramp, and she gets stuck up the ramp. She can't come back down. she's stuck up there, and she keeps walking, like in place. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck is going on? And then I try pressing the buttons on the controller, and nothing's working. I couldn't press start, couldn't press any button, couldn't press anything. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And the game's still going, like the 3 others are fighting in the ring, and Trish Stratus is just walking up the ramp and in place and not doing anything. And I was like, Jesus, what the hell? This is really. Or one other match, like I had Dolph Ziggler wrestling, and he got stuck in between a chair and a table, and he was like going around in circles. He couldn't get out of there, like going around and around and around and around and around.
Yep, that's the great AA and animation and all out there of the WWE
I
series.
was like, oh my god. And then like most of the if you first like most of all, if you plan a ladder match, you'll always have like this guy go up the ladder, and the two or three other guys are just gonna watch him go up the ladder and say, hey, he's going up the ladder, and nobody's doing anything, and the guy just unhooks the belt and wins. Yay, there you go. That's a match. Like it takes 20 seconds, 30 seconds or something, and the match is
Yeah.
over. There you go.
Screw this. It's an off night for me. I couldn't care less.
Yeah. Like the two or three other guys are just staring at him and like, okay, well, we're not going to do anything. Just let him get the belt. And so I was like, okay, well, not going to do any more ladder matches then. Gonna do something else. So, but it's still funny. It's still hilarious to see.
Do you watch that thing? No, it's sort of been kind of going around. Like a lot of people sort of been talking about it, though.
The wrestling?
I think because I talked about it on the
Giant Bomb?
that TNT with All Stars. Was it the video game Championship Wrestling?
Yeah, I watched a couple of matches. Yeah, I watched a couple of weekly shows while I was on vacation. Those are really like you can see the really bad AI and everything. It's really funny.
Yeah, like I couldn't see myself watching that though. Like no offense to the guy. Like I know his guy does it. I think he's actually British as well.
Mhm.
Cause he said, yeah, cause I think he said like someone retweeted saying stage thing for the night, it's 11 p.m. GMT. He's like, oh, and I think I watched another video of his and he was talking as well. And it's like, oh, he's British. I thought he was American.
But yeah, he does a freaking crazy job because he just lets the wrestlers go with the AI. Like he just sets up the match and lets the match go, and he has no idea how it's going to end. So he has to write his storyline going from how the match is going to end, and he has to write the storylines from that. So that's pretty fucked up. That's pretty fucked up. So
No, but the thing is, isn't there like a way, like isn't there like a thing where if someone like this guy wins, then this sort of event happens, or if this
yeah,
other guy wins, this event happens? Isn't there like kind of branching thing there or
yeah, it's a
whatever?
branching
Thought there
thing,
was,
but it's all simulated, so he has no idea how it's going to go.
yeah, that's the thing.
So he
Yeah,
could have a storyline going, and this other guy wins, and that fucks up his storyline. So he has to start a storyline with, this guy winning the championship. And I think I watched Bowser against
Ganondorf. Was it?
Ganondorf. Yeah, I think I watched that one, and I think Ganondorf came out on top or something like that. Like they're two hulking, like really big guys, and then Woody from Toy Story comes out. And he has wings, and he's like challenging everybody. And this other guy comes out, which I have no idea who it is, but like he challenges Woody, and then he beats Woody, and it's really funny. It was really great. I really enjoyed that. I watched a little bit of it when Jeff posted it on Twitter. He said, "I'm watching this. You should watch it." So I tuned in and watched it. And it was nuts. It was pretty nuts.
Yeah, like I know that I first heard about it though from the TNT
hmm
when All Stars when they talked about it there.
And what's great about the match is watching the chat go. Like the chat goes really crazy. Like they start chanting. Like they'll say a name and then you
Get it up,
yeah,
get it up.
and you'll see the name like scroll a couple of times, and it's really great. It's fun to watch it with the chat on. It was great. You should watch it. You should watch a little bit of it. It's entertaining.
I watched like a bits and bobs of it there this week.
Yeah.
So I did though. And it's like yeah, it seems like it's cool and all at least various like created wrestlers like all these like video game characters and all out there. It's pretty cool.
Like Jeff.
I just can't see myself watching simulated matches though.
Jeff.
I might just watch a bit of it and just skip and see what the storyline is. Anyway, I might just do that because
Yeah.
I just can't watch simulated matches so because they just really are kind of just shows how bad
Yeah.
the AI in that game is, like you said.
Yeah.
Because like a match can go on for like way too long though.
Oh yeah.
They could do a finisher. It's like and he doesn't pin and he kicks out or something. He hits with a clothesline and then goes for a pin and then it's over. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, that's a great finish.
Yeah. That's pretty much how most of the most of the AI matches go out. But yeah, it's all nuts.
But the thing is, you can't really play with the character as well though, because the thing is, you have to make it work the way you have to make it seem like it's a competitive match rather than like a
Yeah.
flipping, dominating one on one side of things.
Yeah.
Like if you're controlling someone though, you can easily like if you're really good reversing all that there, you could just basically make that game like easy for you though.
Yeah, exactly.
You basically have to like beat him down a bit, and then you basically just kind of miss reversals and all that there, and just make it sort of go back and forth.
Yeah, exactly. So I think they should work on the AI, and they should work on the bringing back the GM mode. That was pretty cool. General Manager mode from Here Comes the Pain that had it. If I remember.
No, it was 06 and 07 I think.
Yeah. They need to bring that back. That was awesome. That was really cool.
Yeah, it was a good mode though, but I remember doing the one I think it was in 06 now, and trying to my hardest to make my sort of side of things seem like credible.
Mm-hmm.
But like from that one I did though, it just seemed to get nowhere though, and like the other ones seemed to fucking have the same old matches, and like you had like fucking every week there was like a big fucking ass title match, like fatal 4-way title match. It's like, seriously, you seem like you're fucking giving away like pay-per-view matches on Raw every bloody week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to like have feuds and all this here, and like competitive feuds and all. And it's like, and then they're just doing the same old thing, and yet they're getting better ratings than I do. It seemed broken, so it did for me.
Yeah, of course they would have to work on the the whole mathematics behind it and everything. But like the feuds that you make go during a certain amount of weeks between two people, and I like that. They should bring that back. Tweak it. Work on it, tweak it a little bit.
I think the feud thing was in 07 now. I don't think they really had that thing in 06 now, from as far as I can remember, if I remember.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it was in 07.
Yeah, they had like the system. It's like, oh, you choose from a bunch of different feuds, and the rating they are like, it's like legend versus legend killer, 5 stars. This will be like a very hot feud.
Mm-hmm.
It's like ones are like 3 stars, like kind of silly ones and that there.
1 star and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They could get your low-ranked wrestlers to do like a 1-star feud, like your big legends to get the 5 stars, to get your show, rolling.
Yeah, there's like there was a achievement as well for winning GM of the year, and I basically went online. It was like found this thing basically to cheat your way to do that.
Oh yeah, I did that too.
It's basically, just do legend versus legend, kill like a big 5-star feud, and choose 2 people and just kind of do it over again or whatever.
Yeah, I think it was Shawn Michaels.
That's kind of what it was.
It was Shawn Michaels and somebody else. Who was it? Shawn Michaels, and you had to choose like these 2 wrestlers, and you would get your achievement really easily.
I think it was Rey Mysterio or something.
I think it was Rey Mysterio and Shawn Michaels. Was it? Was that it?
Yeah.
And you would get like the achievement really easily if you did that. And yep, it worked fine. I got the achievement easy, so I think you got it too doing that. So.
Yeah, that's the only way. That was the only way you're going to be able to do that, because I wasn't going to be able to do it properly now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think that would have worked properly anyway. So.
No, just basically make it hard. Well, I'm trying my best to make this seem credible, but though I'm still getting bait in the ratings by flipping stupid ass matches they have.
Yeah, you look at their matches and you're like, what? This got like 5 big rating, like these 2 shitty
yeah, like their
superstars.
stupid ass matches like between crappy wrestlers or whatever, and then they got like 4 stars. Like what?
Yeah. Yeah. They would need to bring that back, work on it, of course, tweak everything up and bring it back. I think they could do it. Take-Two has a license now, so maybe they can work on that and make it work better than it used to. I think they can do something special with that. So
yeah, they should. They'd be able. Yeah, they should though.
Yeah.
But like I think like WWE13 in my opinion was a step in the right direction.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
Oh yeah. It was a big
like
step.
The Attitude Era mode was pretty cool though. I like to see something things like that.
Yeah, 12 was getting there.
The problem is though, that's only like a set number of years though. They can't really do that all the time now.
No. unless they go back into, the 80s and, stuff like that, like Hogan, Macho Man, and Ultimate Warrior and stuff like that, If they do something like that, that would be cool.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, of course, the Attitude Era is the biggest era in professional wrestling, I guess, but, there'll never be another one. Anyway, I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, well.
Not nowadays anyway, the way wrestling is nowadays. Like, wrestling is definitely not as popular as it used to be back in, like, the 80s and 90s.
There's WWE and there's TNA, but TNA's pretty much garbage, so, there's no competition for WWE. So.
No. Like, there's a lot of the indie stuff, though, and a lot of people really like the indie stuff. They just basically tend to go there, but sometimes it's very hard to find that stuff, though.
Yeah.
Like, watch it or, like, get DVDs or something or whatever for it now.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, like, easily accessible, like, your TNA or, like, your WWE.
Yeah, I think WWE probably controls that in some way, so. Anyway.
When was the last time WWE was actually, like, good now, like, for a good long time? And I think it was, like, mid-2000s.
That they were good? Or that they had good
Yeah, like, they were
storyline?
good. Like, most of their stuff was pretty good, not, like, shit.
Oh, man.
I think it was, like,
it's been a while.
mid-2000s where I felt it kind of started going downhill.
I stopped watching at one point completely, and then I came back for the whole CM Punk John Cena thing, and started watching regularly since then. But I watch quote unquote regularly because I have it on, but I'll just check out once in a while what's going on, and not really listen to it or watch the matches or whatever.
People tend to, like, record it, like, TiVo, DVR, or whatever you want to call it now, and basically just, like, kind of watch and just skip through all the shit, and then it usually ends up, like, being, like, 20 minutes or something for them then, because they really care about, like, the, some of the storylines or whatnot, or some, like, the matches, a few of the matches that might be on.
I think that's what Jeff Gertzman does.
Yeah, he pretty much does that, and I think a few other people do that as well.
Yeah,
I wouldn't blame them though. That's pretty much the thing I would do.
Yeah, I need to get a recording device and do that. My thing doesn't record, so I need to get one that records.
Jeez. What fucking century you live in?
Living in the 1900s.
Yeah, the fucking I have my Sky Plus to record stuff though. Like, I don't have the package that Urge shows Raw though or anything though. Like Sky Sports, like, it's just. I'm not paying, like, £20 a month or something for fucking, because I don't watch sports whatsoever though. What's the point of me paying £20 a month for just one thing?
Yeah, it's not worth watching Raw, really. Not paying that price for that. Because there's basically nothing going on. So, it's not really worth it.
Like, I don't even watch pay-per-views anymore. I'm not going to pay £15 a month now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think pretty much all the pay-per-views here and there are on box office. I don't think any of them are. I don't know. Most of them are anyway. I don't know if any of them are still on Sky Sports.
Well, when I watch it on the means that you gave me a while ago, it's usually Sky Sports.
That's basically it. Yeah.
So it's pretty much from there that they get their feed. So.
Yeah, there's this other one that gives, like, if you want to watch it live.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a few places you can watch it.
Yeah.
Just try to look hard though. Sometimes they watch WrestleMania live here or whatever, and you go click on it, and you basically, fill out this survey if you want to watch it live. It's like,
yeah.
Fuck that. It's one of those ones you fucking spend an hour doing it, and it's pretty much nothing then at the end of it.
It's only a tracking cookie that they put on your browser.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, yeah, I don't. Well, I'm pretty sure I'll rent WrestleMania this time. I usually rent WrestleMania, get together with a couple of guys and we watch it. But for the other pay-per-views, I don't rent them anymore. I just watch them online. So.
Yeah, make sure they're pay up or something, because I wouldn't like to see you pay flipping $50 or something for crap.
Yeah. I don't know how WrestleMania is going to be, but so far,
yeah,
not sure.
We'll be doing we'll be going through the card though in a future episode,
Mm-hmm.
or we might just do a little special for it though.
Yeah, but so far,
That card doesn't look that
no,
great, and
there's nothing
honestly,
really.
to me, that just looks like a mediocre pay-per-view, mediocre card in my opinion. It's nothing like, oh, there's none of the matches thus far are like matches I actually want to see.
Mm-hmm.
Like WrestleMania is supposed to be certain, like has certain matches. So I really can't wait to see this match.
Yeah.
This should be a good match.
WrestleMania is supposed to be, the pinnacle, the one, the pay-per-view that you watch. Out of all pay-per-views, if you have to watch one, you watch that one. Because there's going to be a
Yeah.
whole lot of stuff that you haven't seen. They used to do that like that. Like they had to.
Yeah, they used to have like big matches, like these first time competitions or whatever, and like all it is this year is fucking rematches.
Yeah.
Like Rock Cena, yay! Triple H, Brock Lesnar, yay! Undertaker, CM Punk, yay!
Yeah.
Seen that already.
Yeah.
Next.
Del Rio against Swagger, I guess, is the only one that's going to be original, I guess. So.
Yeah, but like, I don't like Alberto Del Rio. I think he sucks, and Swagger's pretty good.
Swagger's like the new Kurt Angle or something. So.
I guess so, but he's definitely nowhere near as good as he
No.
is.
They're probably, I don't know what they're doing with, I know they're trying to boost him up a little bit since he came back, but, I don't know where they're going with that. I don't know what they're doing with, fucking Dolph Ziggler, who's had the Money in the Bank now for, I don't know how long, since July. He's had the Money in the Bank. He hasn't done anything with it. It's like he comes out with the suitcase and you're like, okay, well, there he is with the suitcase, not doing anything, not trying to cash it in. So.
Yeah, but then again, it goes like thing with Edge though. He didn't cash it until like nearly a year later.
Yeah, which I think is dumb. But you should. They should make him cash in before that, or anyway. I think he'll do it at WrestleMania, but we'll see.
I have an idea he would do it as well though, but like.
Do it at WrestleMania and cash it in against either Del Rio or Ziggler or Swagger, depending on who wins. Or maybe against either Cena or... I don't think he can against Cena. And I think it's the only world champion. I don't know. Anyway.
But I think you can like cash in an already championship, is it not?
No, don't they have the Raw one and the SmackDown one?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Like Cena won the Raw one. He cashed it in and lost for the first time ever.
Yeah, that was the first one, wasn't it? Yeah, it was the first one ever. Fucking actually someone lost it, because every other time it's like, oh, I cash it in, and one is like, yeah, fucking jeez, I want someone actually cash it in and lose for once.
Yeah, and it happened to Cena, so they have that now. So I don't know. Will Ziggler lose also? I hope not, because he's probably one of the most interesting guys there. So he's good, and he's pretty interesting on the mic and stuff like that. So. Anyway, I think we've went on too long now with wrestling. Yeah,
Like we said before, once we get into wrestling, we tend to ramble on.
Yeah.
That's always the case, so every time wrestling comes up, our mouths just run away with us.
So the WrestleMania podcast is going to be like 5 hours long or something.
Yeah.
Just going to talk about stuff forever.
Yeah, I think we might do some sort of wrestling special anyway, just solely on wrestling, and whoever's interested in it can listen to it anyway.
Yeah.
We might just do like a WrestleMania special where we go through some of our favorite WrestleMania matches and go through the WrestleMania card.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be a good episode to do.
Yeah.
We'll do a regular podcast, of course, for people who couldn't give a crap about wrestling, and like do a wrestling podcast on the side probably, because we're gonna lose a whole lot of our audience, I think, if you do only a wrestling podcast. But we'll see. We'll see how.
I know a few people who actually like are into wrestling.
Yeah.
Or used to be really into wrestling.
Like I'm not into wrestling right now. Like I watch it somewhat, but I'm not. Oh my God, wrestling! Oh my God, I love it. So.
No, I'm like, I haven't really cared really a lot about wrestling since about the mid-2000s, like I said.
Yeah. No, it's pretty much garbage anyway, so.
Yeah, like, that's kind of where I felt, like, I just felt where it went downhill low.
Yeah.
That's why I just tend to go on just back to like watching some moments from the Attitude Era and like matches and pay-per-views from it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what you guys should do. If you like wrestling, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. That's what I've been playing in my vacation week. So, on to you, Darren. What you been playing?
Not as much as you
No.
have though, but still a few things. I finished Aliens Colonial Marines. I think I said last week that I was near the end of it, or did I finish it?
I think you said that you finished it last week, if I remember
Okay,
correctly.
I think I probably did though. I'll just mention again, like yeah, I finished Aliens Colonial Marines. Didn't care too much for it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a great game to play. It's all said. AA's brain dead. The final confrontation with the Queen is pretty much a joke, and the ending's like, meh. Just basically avoid that game.
Yeah.
Unless you're curious, unless you can pick it up cheap for like £10 or something, or
Yeah.
$10-$20 or whatever. Actually, I wouldn't even pay $20 for it, to tell you the truth. Just, it's not, like I said, it's not a horrible game though. It's just not a very good game. It's just nothing you just remember. Once you play through it and finish it, you just won't remember anything from it.
Yeah.
Except for the brain dead AA and
If it goes on sale for $5, I might check it out. But that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's I'd just basically recommend you do that.
Yeah.
Or if you have the means to rent it, which I did,
Mm-hmm.
go rent it. Like I actually have got Walking Dead Survival Instinct on my rental key on Love Film.
Yeah.
And you're probably saying, why the fuck are you doing this, Darren? It's like, I like to just say.
Yeah. Like to see the car.
It's like, I like there's reviews, like some of the reviews have given like crappy scores. Like Alien Cone's got mostly negative reviews.
Like to see the car wreck.
And Walking Dead seems the same way, Survival Instinct. And it's like, I want to see this for myself if it's as bad as reviews say it is. Like, I always don't go with reviews. Sometimes a review, they give a game a great score, and I just don't see why this got so much praise. And vice versa, where a game got like a pretty mediocre score, and I think it was a great game.
Yeah. Yep. Can't really go on reviews.
Yeah, I don't go with reviews anyway. It's very rarely I go with reviews.
Go with your own
It's just
reviews.
but a lot of people just fucking live and die by reviews.
Well, which is pretty ridiculous.
And some people are just basically kind of, small minded. Like, oh, if this game doesn't get a 9, I'm not going to buy it.
Yeah.
It's like, jeez Louise.
Really?
What, so fucking, if every single game doesn't get a 9, you're not going to buy it. Okay, good luck playing your 5 to 10 games a year then.
If even there is.
If that.
Yeah. So.
It's because most games, well, certain games do get like 9s though, but like mostly nowadays they tend to get around the 7, 8.
Yep.
Or in
That's
some
true.
cases lower than that.
You rarely see a 9 now. Rarely see a 9.
You don't see 10s. You don't see.
No.
Well, sometimes you see 10s.
Mm-hmm.
IGN.
Yeah, exactly. IGN is not really a good resource, or not a good source for reviews.
Well, they had an exclusive review of Bioshock Infinite and it got a 9.4, 9.5 or whatever.
Yeah. I'm not gonna
Of
even
course,
go look.
if they didn't have an exclusive thing off at first, of course it was going to get a great score.
Yeah.
Because they weren't going to give, oh, we got the exclusive thing there, oh, it's a 7.5.
Yeah, of course.
I'm sure 2K and whoever, I think 2K is publishing it, isn't it?
2K, yeah, and rest of the games.
Yeah, I'm sure they wouldn't have been happy with that now.
But yeah, I mean, I'm sure Bioshock won't get a 6 or anything like that, So
No.
I'm pretty sure it'll
No,
get a good
it'll
score.
probably get good scores anyway,
Yeah.
for the most part. Like, I'm very much looking forward to it. Like, I've pretty much been on a sort of mostly a blackout for it though. Like I said, I watched like the first sort of gameplay thing they showed of it, like the video they showed after E3 11, and like the first trailer I think they showed after that as well. And that's pretty much all I've watched of it. I haven't read any previews. I haven't watched any more like trailers or whatnot though. So I'm pretty much going into that game pretty much nearly full blackout and looking forward to seeing what surprises.
Yeah, and avoid forums and avoid because
have you caught any spoilers
Nope.
by mistake?
No, not so far.
No, luckily I haven't either though.
But apparently they're
But
going around a whole lot right now. So
yeah, a lot of people basically being dickheads and saying, "Oh, Bioshock spoilers here,
Yeah.
gotcha."
Yep. Sending out emails and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's kind of shitty if they do that, but
Eris dies. What?
yeah.
That's the thing about Bioshock as well. Like, I kind of got, it was my own fault though, but I kind of got sort of the kind of big twist in the first game spoiled for me.
Okay, the twist at the end.
The one of the characters, you find out who his real identity is. Well, and I kind of didn't find out like you know, like you're playing the game and then you counter Atlas.
Mm-hmm.
And then I basically was looking at the achievements though, and it was a secret achievement. I was looking at this site though, and it basically says defeat Atlas at the end. It's like, oh, what, you fight him then, I guess? Something happens then, there's a twist then. So, okay, I got that spoiled for me then.
Would you kindly?
I didn't know about all that you kindly stuff
No.
though. No, it's nothing. It was just basically, I knew about like that Atlas would turn on you. Kinda. You find out, but I didn't know that he was actually going to be like, you know, Frank Fontaine now.
Yeah. Yeah, that was.
Which is like the big twist in it.
That was a great twist, though.
If anyone hasn't played Bioshock now, sorry about the spoilers, but it's been fucking 5 years, so...
Yeah, it's been 5 years, 6 years.
I think it's been long overdue now.
Yeah.
So...
It's out of spoiler territory now, so...
Yeah, it's way out of spoiler territory now. It's been five and a half years since that game came out, so...
Yeah.
I think it's a bit too late now for it.
Yeah, exactly. So Bioshock Infinite's going to be the big release for next week. Can't wait to play that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be playing it on another game. I'll talk out here in a few minutes.
Yeah.
You forgot to mention Left 4 Dead 2 in yours.
Oh yeah, I played that
we
too.
played some more of it, so we have.
Yeah, forgot. We did play that.
Yeah, we played through the Cold Stream campaign.
Yeah.
And we played through the first. Was it No Mercy, isn't it?
Yeah, No Mercy. The first campaign for the first game.
From the first game, because you can play it in Left 4 Dead 2 as well.
Which is awesome because I paid $5 and I have like Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 plus a couple of other campaigns in there, which is pretty awesome. All the DLC I think is there. So.
Yeah, pretty much all the DLC, and you can also download something like mods and that as well for like, you know, add-on content, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really awesome.
So that game's just fun at the end of the day. It's just incredibly fun, though, just going around, killing zombies, whacking them with, you know, katana. I love slicing them with a katana.
Yeah.
Like, even with a baseball bat's pretty cool as well, and, you know, the rifles and all that there, and it's just an incredibly fun game, though, playing it in co-op's really enjoyable.
Yeah, it's a great game. Really great game.
I doubt we'll see a Left 4 Dead 3 because Valve don't do 3s.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, they stop after 2.
Yeah. So no more Half-Life.
I haven't seen Half-Life 3. I don't know if we'll see I don't think we'll see a Portal 3. There's no Left 4 Dead 3. So
yeah.
Valve don't like the number 3. They
stop afterwards.
Yeah, they have a phobia against the number 3. They have a phobia of the number 3.
No Team Fortress 3.
Yep. I played Gunman Clive, and this is a little wee downloadable game. It's on the 3DS eShop. It's also on iOS as well, which I heard this from another podcast I listened to. This girl talking about called Holly, who's Canadian as well. She talked about it in a podcast episode there, like a month or two ago now, I think. And she's basically said this game's great though. You should check it out though. Actually, no, it wasn't a podcast. It was actually a video she did on her channel on YouTube. Basically saying and I looked at it, I was like, oh, this looks cool. Looks cool art style. It's like this western little game. It's basically looks kind of like plays like similar to Mega Man. And it was like £2 really. I was like, you know what, £2 not that bad.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Tried it and I finished it there at work there, and it's a good game. It's a very little wee game. It's an enjoyable game. Like, you wouldn't have paid more than maybe, a couple of pound for it now.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it's a really cool wee game anyway. And the music in it though, music in it's really cool. Like, it's for a small little game like there. It's like the music in it's great. The art style's cool. Like, if you have a 3DS, I'd definitely recommend checking it out though. It's a very enjoyable game for what you're paying for it.
Nice.
I finished Castlevania Lords of Shadow Mirror Fate and got 100% completion it.
Mm-hmm.
So I got all like the collectibles and all that there, and I actually ended up enjoying it at the end of the day though. Like, I was just getting fucking pissed off with some of the stuff when I was playing as Alucard, but luckily that kind of changed though when I started playing as Trevor, which is the last part in the game, and didn't find it as nauseating as playing as Alucard for some reason though. But yeah, still disappointed with that game at the end of the day though, but I still enjoyed it to an extent. Still think I would give it this, like, if I was to give it a score, it'd probably be in the 7 range. Like, I think some of the bosses I think sometimes you get way too much damage to you.
Mm-hmm.
Just some of the enemies that are, like, you see, like, there's a block button in the game though, but like, I don't see what's the point of a block button when really most of the attacks enemies give you are unblockable. You pretty much have to avoid them.
Okay.
It's kind of silly though. There's a few like enemies though, but like most of them are like, they do unblockable attacks. Like, they might have one a block attack, and then other ones most of them are just can't have to avoid them. Music and it's like, I said forgettable for the most part. There's a few decent tracks there, just nothing along the lines of good old Castlevania tunes. So, if you're a Castlevania fan, I'd recommend it though, but probably wait on the price drop if you can. I'd would.
Wait a while.
Yeah, it'll probably be down in price before you know it though. It'll probably be like you get it for like I paid £30 for it though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I would have paid £40 for this now. I kinda buckled and said, I was gonna get this game in April.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I saw it on Green Man Gaming. It was $26.99 I think, or something, or $29.99. I forget. I think it was £30 or something.
Mm-hmm.
I forget exactly what it was.
And you bought it.
And there was a 20% digital voucher, which they tend to do from time to time. It's like, I'll just use this then. It's £24 now. Okie dokie, I'll go and I'll get this then. And that game is a game that pretty much a lot of people are talking about and raving about in no end, is Tomb Raider.
Yep.
From Crystal Dynamics, published by Square Enix. I got the PC version because I have the recommended settings, and therefore I can play it at a good,
Frame
good
rate.
high settings, and it'll run pretty much fine. And that's pretty much what the case is. I'm not running on an ultra now, or like the highest settings.
Not using Dress Effects.
I had the stuff in high, used Trace Effects, and then it kind of ran at half the frame rate.
Yeah.
So it's like, yep, no thanks. There's no point. I don't have the necessary card for this to run this with this on. And was that the same with yourself or what?
No, I had Dress Effects on and my PC kept crashing.
Yeah, that's right.
The game kept crashing, so I took it off and it worked fine afterwards.
I've played about 2 hours of it thus far, and I'm not enjoying it.
Surprise.
No, just kidding.
Surprise.
Yeah, surprise joking. Yeah. I should have just went on with a diatribe there. I was like, I'm not enjoying it, and just basically said,
It's garbage.
Fooled you.
Fuck this.
Yeah, as I said, like, you basically say how great this game looks, so a lot of people saying the same thing, and I do have to agree with that.
Yep.
Like, the game just looks really good on a PC. It looks very good. It just looks really dark and murky, the island, and just like some of the fucking, like the way Lara looks, so like she's all muddied up, and fucking she just looks like she's getting a fucking beating sometimes as well, and Man, she just gets through some serious fucking shit in the first hour or so of that
Oh,
game.
yeah. She gets
It's
beaten
like,
up.
really, jeez.
It gets worse.
Fucking
It gets worse.
man.
It gets worse and
I
worse.
can't like. She just gets beaten up badly.
Yeah.
Well, not beaten up badly, but she just goes through some bad
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
Fucking falls down. She's like caught in this thing at the start of the game. There's like this. She's stuck in this like cocoon thing, and you have to, go over this thing and try to burn yourself out of it though. And then you fall down, and you get fucking impaled in this like little big stick,
Yeah.
or like what the fuck are they called?
It looks like a mesh, some sort of mesh of something.
Yeah, mesh thing. Yeah, but what's the fucking thing? What's the term? The thing when you get stuck with a little
Impaled?
thing? Splinter. That's it.
Yeah.
Like a big version of a splinter, kind of
Yeah.
was a splint. She gets that stuck on the side of her though, and then she walks around and she fucking gets attacked to this guy, and he's trying to fucking like pull her off down.
Yeah, that was all in the demo, by the way. This isn't the spoiler. It's been shown.
No, this isn't really spoiler.
No.
Fuck, this is pretty much the opening 30 minutes of the game, pretty
It's
much.
been shown anyway. So
Yeah, and then you get out of the island and try to find your survivals and all that there, and like, where am I at the game now? I got like a gun now, and oh jeez, where was he?
you got like the first gun, the handgun. Okay.
Yeah, I got it though, and I did a bit after it though, and
So you already have the bow, right?
I got the I went back and I got like the first. Oh yeah, I have to go to the radio tower. That's where I have to go to next.
Oh, okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I got the transmitter from the guy and the first aid kit for the guy raw.
Yeah,
And I think I have to go to the radio tower next and do that there. That's where I'm at.
that's a cool part.
So that's where I'm at. Still not really that far into the game though, and I think if you're the kind of guy who loves your collectibles and are completionist kind, this is a game for you
Oh, yeah.
because there's a lot of fucking collectibles in this
Oh
game.
yeah, there's a ton.
And
Shitload.
I'm not gonna go out of my way and get
No.
them all. Screw that. Like I just if I find them along the way though, I'll just say yeah, I'll just pick them up anyway. But I'm not gonna go search every nook and cranny and spend like 30 minutes in this area try to find all the things.
No.
Like there's like I did find a map for one of the areas though where it sort of tells you and like just basically sort of shows you like kind of where they are in a certain way. But still, I'm not gonna do that though. From like I know a few people have been doing that. Like, did you do that now or what?
No,
Yeah.
if I happen to come across some of them, I would pick them up, look around for them, and pick them up. But sometimes you can use your senses to kind of figure out the area, and you can upgrade your senses so that you can spot those things around. So
Really? Oh, I don't think I knew that then.
Hey.
So that'd make it easier then for some. Cause
Yeah.
I'm sure I missed a few things. I didn't miss a few things.
yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
though.
And the first couple of levels, you're gonna miss some stuff. That's for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
But like there is like maps as well for these like certain areas where you could tell you where the sort of location is on them in that area.
Yeah, I would not go back and find everything like after I finished the game. I did go back
No.
and find everything because apparently the world is unpopulated. You have no enemies anywhere, so
Yeah.
to me that's not
It's
worth it.
basically like unless it's not much you have to get though, I don't mind. Like if it's always just a few things, it's like okay, this will just take me like 30 minutes or so. But if it's like loads of stuff that'll take me a few hours, it's just not worth the hassle. Like that's the thing I did with Castlevania North of Shadow though. I pretty much got all the collectibles apart from a few that I just didn't get with Simon.
Yeah.
The first the sort of first proper character you play as. And I just went back to his chapter and then got the rest of the collectibles and then got the 100% completion.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to do it with this here though. But yeah, it's a good game. It's just basically Uncharted. If you
Yeah.
play an Uncharted game, you're pretty much kind of know what you're getting
It's
here.
like that, yeah. It looks like
Yeah,
that.
it's
Plays like
very
that.
similar to Uncharted. Like the traversal stuff's very similar. Like the gunplay is quite similar.
Mhm.
I like the bow. It's pretty cool. One thing I don't like about this game is I don't like the QTEs.
Yeah.
They seem you have to be pretty precise.
Yeah, you do.
Like sometimes I feel I fucking pressed Y and then all of a sudden, no, you didn't get pressed Y in the right time. It's like, really? When it popped up on screen, because the little, like, wee circle comes in and like it goes smaller and then it shows you the button you have to press. Then I tend to do that properly. I've done that properly a few times, but it's like, oh, nope, you didn't. You're dead. It's like, really? That's probably my main gripe with the game thus far.
Yeah,
Those QTs.
I wasn't fond of
you
them.
tend to have to be pretty precise with them.
Yeah, I didn't really like them either.
And like I like QTs for the most part now. I don't mind QTs. I know you and Derek and a few others can't stand them.
No, I can't stand you.
But I don't mind them whatsoever, to tell the truth. But in this game, not a fan. Not a fan.
Yeah. And sometimes the button can be blocked or something. Like if you have to do something, like the button kind of appears in front of you, a little bit like Dead Space, and it depends on how you're positioned. You might not see the button.
Oh, angle.
Yeah. The angle of it and all that. Sometimes you don't see the button. That I didn't like a whole lot.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I agree though. It's just not there, but like other than that though, I'm enjoying the game.
Yeah.
I think it's a great looking game though. Like it's just enjoyable game to play though.
Yep.
I don't think it's fantastic thus far, but I'm sure that might change once I get into like the main swing of things.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna ask you now: have I missed any tombs yet? Where I'm at?
Where are you at again?
I just have to go. I have to go to the radio tower because I just got the transmitter and got the first aid stuff for Raw.
You might have missed one.
Oh.
There's one in. At one point, you have to cross like a bridge. It's not a big bridge, like it's a small bridge, and there's a waterfall to your right, and under the waterfall or close to the waterfall, there's a tomb there. But it's supposed to go like boom, and then it says tomb nearby. It's supposed to tell you. You haven't gotten that?
I think it did.
It tells you, like, you don't have to search for it, really. As soon as you're close to it, which you will always be when you go through your game, it'll tell you right away, like, boom, you'll hear that, and then you'll...
I'll just look online and see if I missed them, though. Like, what was the areas I went through, like Coastal Forest and Mountain Village, so I don't know if I missed one, or like you say, I might have missed one, okay.
Maybe I'm not 100% certain.
I don't think, no, if you're saying that there, like if there's a little wee noise and says tomb nearby, no, I didn't get that.
It's like a gong that goes off, like boom.
Okay, no, I don't think I've gotten that yet, so I don't think I've encountered one yet.
Okay.
No, I've gotten like encountered like the stealth kills and that there, and like shooting the lanterns and all that there. Yeah, it's a good game thus far.
Yeah, I love that game.
Just gonna be playing more of it in Bash Shotgun for this week.
Yeah,
they'll pretty much be the main games I'll be playing. And finally, I finished God of War Ascension. So I've been in a bit of a finishing mood this week, it seems. And I was not like last week. I only played like an hour of their show though, but I went and finished it this week, and I finished on hard mode. I said I tackled it in hard mode though, and I was just looking forward to trying out the Trial of Archimedes, and I did in about 68 goes or so, maybe a bit more.
Okay.
It didn't take me 2 to 3 hours like I thought it would though.
Okay.
The Trial of Archimedes is renowned for being like the hardest part in the game, for pretty much being kind of hard and being unfair, because you have to go through kind of 3 fights waves, like 3 fights waves or whatever, with no checkpoints whatsoever. So the first sort of wave, these 2 pillars or whatever, and there's like this fire thing between them, but you don't go into that anyway, and then you have to fight these I think they're called Nagas or something, but I just still call them Gorgons because they do the stir and make you turn into stone.
Okay.
And then you fight them. There's a few of them respawn again once you kill one, and then these fucking sirens, they're pain in the ass, come out then as well. And then once you kill them, you basically, pull this chain thing and go up to this next level. And then this different level though. It's this narrow corridor kind of thing now. And then you fight a few enemies there, and then after that bit there, basically each of the little things sort of start breathing fire. Like a certain one comes out at a certain period of time, and you have to try and avoid them while defeating the enemies. And then once you do that part, once again you basically pull the chain to pull this thing to go up this next level, and then like each then left or right sides are with spikes then, so don't get hit by the spikes, and then fight the Centaur and these wraiths. And then after that, once you do that, that's it then.
Okay.
Let's just say the first part of that fight is the hardest part. Fighting the Naga or whatever they're called, and the electric sirens. Once you get past that point, it's not that difficult then.
Okay.
By far, because they're a real pain in the ass. Those, like, the electric sirens are a real pain in the ass, because they can do an attack though if you're in the line of fire. It's pretty much stunned you.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, like, if you get hit by, if you don't avoid the stir by the nag or whatever, you could basically turn into stone and try to like wriggle your way out of it and break it before you get crushed, broken to pieces.
Okay.
And which happened to me, unfortunately, I think once or twice. But yeah, I did that there part. Just glad it didn't take me as long as I thought it would though. Like, I didn't once I got past the first part though, like I never had to I never died in the second or third part whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't have to do like them, we try them again from like the start. So just basically once I got only the first part I had to do several times.
Okay.
Didn't have to do the second or third part. But yeah, I finished it though, and I quite liked this at the end of the day though. I thought, like I said, I still think it's an unnecessary game in the series though. Just like it's a prequel. Like, I think the stories for Kratos has been pretty much told to death at this point now, and kind of still think it was unnecessary, but I still enjoyed it though. I thought the final boss battle in it though is a QT. It's kind of, some parts of it are QT though, but I just feel it's pretty epic. Like, you pretty much fight the Furies at the end, which is probably not a big spoiler though, because they're kind of like the main antagonists in that game anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But like the way you fight them, it's pretty cool. I really like the final battle in that game, and the boss battles in this I really like as well. They're pretty cool. Just other one as well.
Okay.
So I go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry, just said okay.
Oh, okay. Nah, I'm sorry for rambling on here.
That's alright.
But like that's the cool boss battles though. Like this other one's called Pollux. He uses this thing that you actually obtain from him when you defeat him. Basically, freezes you. It's like the amulet of Umboros, I think it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Where if you use it, you use it in certain places to sort of decay or heal certain structures to get to the next area. But in a way, if you're using enemies or though, it pretty much slows you down. Like, he uses this attack or something that's if you're in that this area, in the green area, you pretty much are slowing down. You're just moving slowish. I actually really like that fight as well. Some cool boss battles. I actually like this game at the end of the day. It's not a good God of War game. It's not the best one.
Mm-hmm.
2's still my favorite in the series though, but certain instances I actually liked it more than God of War 3.
Okay.
I thought God of War 3 started well, the opening battle and it's pretty awesome against Poseidon. But I think it just kind of falls flat in the end. I actually prefer the final boss battle in this game than I did the final one in God of War 3.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't care too much for the final boss in God of War 3 against Zeus. I just felt it could have been bigger. But yeah, God of War Ascension. If you're a God of War fan, I recommend it. It's a good game. It's very good, very good. Like I said, I haven't touched the multiplayer, and you know what? And I'm not going to bother trying the multiplayer. Fuck it. And I just tried that the opening match I had with it though. Just left a bad taste in my mouth. And that's it.
Cool.
I've gone on quite a while with the game
Yeah.
I've been playing along with tangents aside, so do you want to get into the news, Dennis?
Yeah, I think we should go into the news now. You want me to start off, or are you going for?
You could start off
Okay.
since I've been rambling on for the last 20 minutes or so.
Okay. So, like you said at the beginning of the podcast, we each chose a couple of news segments that we want to talk about, and others that we'll talk in a brief summary at the end of the news. So, first of all, John Riccitello resigns from EA. I think.
Yeah, that was kind of one of the sort of stories that came out earlier this week.
Yeah. I think it's the big story of the week, probably. So.
Yeah, apart from stuff like it came from PAX now, but it was like one of these sort of bigger news stories though, where the CEO pretty much resigned from EA.
Yeah,
I think people are saying this. I think this price. I think some people saw this coming for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Because of sort of certain things of like how Star Wars: The Old Republic kind of underperformed when it came out though, and a few other things as well.
Yeah.
A few other like things underperforming, like Dead Space 3 and a few other EA games, etc.
Yeah. So he's leaving on March 30th, and Larry Probst will replace him as executive chairman.
For the time being, no, I think he's just a temporary
replacement. Yeah, until they find somebody to replace him.
Peter Moore,
probably. That's a good idea.
I think some people actually want that though. They want Peter Moore to do it. Or
yeah. So, what do you think about this? What do you think? What are the reasons behind it?
Yeah, I think it was probably just because of the fact is though that those certain things underperformed though, and just feel that like I know of course with the problems with SimCity as well. I'm sure it didn't help matters.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like just pretty much time to step down now because EA is not in a positive light at the moment though.
No.
Especially with
the whole SimCity stuff.
SimCity stuff, the underperformance apparently of Dead Space 3 and the Star Wars and
mm-hmm.
even like EA, like they published the Mass Effect game, so I'm sure like the whole controversy with the ending of Mass Effect 3 as well didn't help matters much as well.
Yeah, their big support of microtransactions also.
Yeah, and the whole EA Partners thing, which is this thing they're promoting a few years back, didn't really necessarily go anywhere great either though.
Mm-hmm.
Like most of the stuff they partnered with there didn't go, like Bulletstorm didn't do that well and etc.
Yeah.
Shadows of the Damned did pretty badly in the sales department as well, so just a number of factors it seems. So it seems to basically come down to it, and like so finally he had to step down, resign, saying probably got pressured into doing it though from like the board or whatever. And
probably
said, you gotta go, John.
Yeah.
See ya.
It's time you resign, my friend. So that's what I think happened. Probably he was forced to resign, so they could put somebody else in his place. Will that help EA? I don't know, but they haven't been doing so well. We had a news article a little later on. Talk about it now, I guess. They're in the running again for consumerists' worst company in America.
Yeah, so. I think they got it. I think they won it last year, was it? Or did they win it last year, or was it that they just got nominated?
I'm checking it out here.
Cause I forget now. I do remember they were in the running though for last year as well. I don't know if they won it or not.
Yeah.
I think they might have now. I don't know if it says in the story now.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. I'm grazing through it. I don't think it says. It doesn't say anything about it. I don't think.
Right. So I just don't remember it now.
Okay, this named EA the 2012 worst company in America. Yeah, they did win it last year.
Yeah, and I think there was a bit of a you know some people were like, really, they won it though, and then this other one, like there was this bank or something, this banking company
Yeah,
or
the
something
Bank of
though.
America.
People were going on about it,
Yeah.
saying what it should have, like the way they were. I don't know, I forget though, but I know that was kind of one of the things people talked about there last year was like, yeah, EA won this where this fucking bank or banking company or something kind of.
Yeah. And they're in the running with Apple, Ticketmaster, Walmart, and Bank of America. So, all major, huge, humongous companies going at
I'm
it.
not really surprised with Apple though, because I think some people say fuck them
Yeah.
with their way they're bloody forking out, fucking shoving out bloody new iOS devices every
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, fuck them. I mean, I'm not a huge Apple fan, to be quite honest with you. So,
Like I do have Apple devices though, but I wouldn't, fucking defend them now. Like I just still think the way they work things. So, and the problem is there's people, Apple fanboys and out there that basically go out of their way every year and buy a new
yeah.
device. It's like why? Why go out and spend $500 every year on a fucking device that has maybe minimal incremental updates?
Yeah, exactly. I think that's really ridiculous.
Like I got the iPad there, the iPad 3 pretty much there last year.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's great. That'll do me for the next few years
hmm
until it's like, worthless. I'm not going to go out, oh, I didn't go out and get the iPad mini or whatever. And I was, oh, the iPad mini or an iPad
Yeah.
4 or whatever, I'm going to get it now. No.
Yeah, if it was $100 maybe, but it's $500, $600 for those things.
Yeah, like the different sizes and all. I was
Yeah.
like, screw that.
So that
Like the iPad 16 gigabyte one cost me £400.
that's nuts.
Yeah. Like I got it there because I had the money back then. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna get it now. And like as dear as it was, is probably the best purchase I made last year. I fucking use it every bloody day
hmm
to watch, like watch YouTube videos, surf the net, surf online, etc., etc.
Yeah.
I love that device and play a few games as well. It's great.
Yeah. Well, Apple has their own way of operating, as well as EA and all that jazz. So
Yeah,
I guess speaking of EA,
more EA stuff.
yeah, details have emerged for they're giving away free Origin games as an apology for the SimCity launch disaster.
Yeah, we actually talked about this last week, but that fortunately that recording got lost.
Yeah, we talked
Like we
about it. I
mentioned,
wasn't.
that was it. That was
Yeah.
part of our lost recording. Well, on Dennis's side, thanks to his Audacity crashing on
Yeah,
it.
the lost recording. So.
Yeah,
So yes, we'll just go very briefly through these. All copies of SimCity registered on Origin before March 25, so that's coming up.
that's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
Or it'll be today, basically. Once if you're listening to this on
Yeah.
the day it's up.
We'll have the chance to pick up one free game from the following list: Battlefield 3, Bejeweled 3, Dead Space 3, Mass Effect 3, Medal of Honor Warfighter, Need for Speed Most Wanted, Plants vs. Zombies, and SimCity 4 Deluxe Edition. So,
Yeah, I just really find it funny though that the fact is, oh, we saw about the new SimCity, being crappy with the online and all that there, but hey, as an apology, you can buy the previous one,
yeah.
or you can get the previous one for free. The one that doesn't, have always online and actually works, for the most part, works.
Yeah. But, there are recent games in there, Dead Space 3 being one of them, Medal of Honor
Yeah, there's a few
Warfighter.
games that are released like in the last 6 months.
Yeah. Well, Dead Space 3 came out, in February?
Yeah,
So-
and Need for Speed and Medal of Honor came out in October.
Yeah. And, Mass Effect 3 came out beginning of last year. So,
Yeah, like this March last year. Yeah.
you got a good variety of games there.
Yeah, and a lot of threequels.
I love
Not
threequels.
sequels,
Yeah.
threequels.
And well, there's a I think that's a good bunch of games.
Yeah, there's a few in there. That's pretty good though. Anyway.
A good bunch of games in there, so
Yeah.
that's a good redeeming on the EA's part.
Yeah, if you don't care about the multiplayer and Medal of Honor Warfighter, I think free is probably the best price to
Yeah.
pay to play the online. To play the single player since it's like a couple of hours.
Yep, free's the best price to pay for that game. So if I could have gotten it, I would have. If I could have gotten in this, I would have gotten it. But
Yeah,
my $10 off that I got for my birthday uh, is I think I have to wait 30 days after a game has been launched, so I couldn't get
yeah.
could get SimCity.
Apparently, I think that's the thing. Yeah.
So I couldn't get SimCity. Believe me, I tried. I couldn't get SimCity with my $10 voucher, so I said, "Oh, fuck that."
Yeah, you'd have to wait till next week for that.
Yeah, and next week I won't have time because I'll be playing BioShock. So there you
Yeah,
go.
BioShock. Not this week, or next week will be. You probably maybe have finished BioShock by
Oh,
then.
maybe.
I guess, perhaps, maybe not.
Depends on how long the campaign is. So.
Yeah, I don't know how long it is, though. Like I said, I haven't read any previews or anything, though.
I hope it's
But if
12
it's
or
anything
15.
like the previous BioShock games, will be pretty lengthy anyway, because I think the previous ones were like, well, they were like 10 plus hours anyway.
Yeah, I think it's 12, between 12 and 15, or something like
Mm.
that.
Which is, like, that's great.
Yeah, that's pretty
It's
good.
not like 4 or 5 hours
That's pretty
for
good.
most, shooters or whatever.
An article that I wanted to talk about because I found it pretty awesome that these guys are doing this. Total War Rome 2 is coming out, I think, sometime this summer. Is that it?
I don't know exactly what the date is, though, but I assume though, so because they tend to put them out every year or two.
Yeah.
So they do, the Creative Assembly guys, which they've been working on that series for a long time now.
Yeah, they have. So the Creative Assembly guys have, well, first of all, there was this a fan named, well, his name is James. He was 24 years old. He died of liver cancer last year.
Okay.
And the guys from Creative Assembly, I think he went to visit them last year. He went to visit the studio last year, and in Horsham, United Kingdom. He went to visit the guys, possible through the Willow Foundation. I think that's like Make a Wish or something like that. A charity that, that a UK charity. I don't know if you've heard of it.
No, I don't
The
think
Willow
I heard of the
Foundation.
Willow Foundation. Like, I heard a few ones, like, Comic Relief is like one. This is big charity event that, like, that's like one, and like the Great Ormond Street charity for like hospital for children. That's like there's a charity for it though. I don't think I've heard of the Willow Foundation.
Okay. Well, these guys from the Willow Foundation, it was his wish to meet the people at Creative Assembly. So he spent a day over there, and they got to meet with him and all that. And when he died, they were really touched. They were really saddened by his death, and they decided to include him in the game. So he will be a Roman soldier in the game. Like the Roman soldier bears his likeness. There's a picture on the article if you want to look at it there.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at now. So yeah.
So this Roman soldier will bear his likeness in the game. So that's pretty cool. It's cool that these guys from Creative Assembly, had a little thought on this guy and included him in the game. So it's cool. That's fun. Just wanted to touch upon that because I found it nice for those guys to do. Those little things that you don't really hear about that people do. Which is pretty cool.
Insomniac did something similar a few years ago for a Ratchet and Clank game.
Did they do that? I think I heard something before.
Yeah, I forget. it was for it was for like another guy though. I don't know. I think he was maybe Dan or something though, or he was like not like yeah. But they did something similar where they made a I think it was the Mr. Sircon skin though. They made like a little thing of him.
Okay.
So they did like basically a skin of Mr. Sircon with like his sort of likeness or whatever.
Okay.
Or something along those lines. I can't remember the exact details, but something like that anyway. I know they did.
I think there was something similar to that in No, it's Borderlands 2. That's right. Borderlands 2. There was a. They did the same thing, like in Borderlands 2. You know, when you go into the, when you first get into the town, and you go.
Sanctuary.
Yeah, Sanctuary, and you go into the place where everybody meets up. You know, like this hub place, and there's a guy at the entrance downstairs. If you talk to him, he gives you a free gun. I don't know if you did that. And there's an achievement linked to that. Like if you talk to him, I think twice or something like that, he gives you a free gun. And that person is somebody who died from cancer. That the guys from Gearbox put in the game. He gives you the gun, and he disappears after. So, and there's an achievement linked to that. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like I just find it nice when developers go out of the way and do these things here.
Mm-hmm.
Just shows that not all of them, like some developers out there, like are very
in touch with the
they're
community.
very heartfelt though, and moved by certain fans' appreciations, and like just want to remember them by putting them in a game that will be played by loads of people.
Yeah. Exactly. So, I just wanted to talk about that because I found it nice.
It's very nice. So, like I said, like I remember it's something in Ratchet and Clank as well, though. I think it was a Ratchet and Clank and Crack in Time.
Okay.
I think it was now. Or I think it was a Crack in Time now.
Okay.
But I do remember it being something like that, similar things happening before that. So it's pretty cool to see someone else do that now.
Mhm.
Anyway, you just talk about your last story, and then I'll move on to the ones I just sort of want to talk about.
Okay. Speaking of fan feedback, the guys at Deep Silver are seeking Saints Row 4 feedback for their collector's edition. So they want the fans to choose what will be in the Saints Row 4 collector's edition. That's pretty cool. I saw a tweet from because I follow Deep Silver and Volition on Twitter, and I did see a tweet about that they wanted the fans to tell them what they want to see in the game in the collector's edition.
Yeah, it says like here, some of the options include our T-shirt that reads Department of Homeland Security.
Yeah.
An auto-tune device, a dubstep doomsday button, a wood cigar box, or a ridiculously amazing glass display case with lights, among other things.
Yeah.
I want the auto-tune device to win. Please make it happen.
Oh yeah, I want that. That would be awesome. The auto-tune device, or the dubstep doomsday button. One of those two. That would be awesome.
Yeah, and there's like this as well, that there's actually a dubstep gun in the game.
Yeah.
A dubstep gun. What the... And I basically said, yep, Volition haven't lost their creative insanity.
Oh yeah, I watched the interview that Maxwell McGee did a little video talking about Saints Row 4, and he says the dubstep gun kills people, of course, but when you fire it, like the people that are around you start dancing, they start doing the robot, and the cars start bouncing up and down to the beat. So that's pretty awesome. That's gonna be a cool gun. So yeah. So Saints Row 4, if there's one of those two things in the collector's edition, I'm getting it. I'll surely get it. I'll go out of my way to.
I don't care if it's auto-tune device or maybe dubstep thing. I don't really care for dubstep though, but I don't know, that'll be pretty cool anyway. But auto-tune device, if that does get it, I don't fucking care. I'm getting it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's for sure.
Because I just love to do that. Well, that's how you
Yeah.
doing.
Talking like what's his face?
Seamos.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that would be awesome. That's a
Yeah.
good idea that they had to poll the fans and see what they want to include in the special edition. That's really awesome. So
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
we just wanted to talk briefly about that. So.
5 months away.
Yeah, that's a little while away though, sadly. But
Yeah, but we'll be, oh boy, we'll be playing the shit out
oh
of
yeah,
that game.
no, that'll be a game that I'm getting for sure. Like no
Yeah.
matter what, I'm getting that game. 100%.
You'll probably get it on PC, I presume, would
I
you?
don't know if I want the collector's edition. I'll probably have to get the console edition, I'm guessing. So I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, because I heard the port for the PC version of 3 was pretty. The third was good.
Yeah, it was good. It looks really good.
Cause I know you have it
Yeah.
now.
I bought it. So
Yeah. I'll be getting the game anyway, no matter what though. But whether it gets to sit chosen here depends on whether or not I get the collector's edition.
yep.
Like, I don't get a whole lot of collector's editions now.
No.
Like, I'm not one of those ones who go out of the way and spend like 70 or £100 or whatever a month in now. 'Cause I wouldn't do that. Like, what was the last one I got now for in terms of collector's editions? Well, Nino Cooney, the Wizard edition.
Okay.
That's the last one I got.
Mhm.
So that's everything on your side
Yeah,
of things, isn't
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Just a few stories I just want to briefly talk about though. A game that pretty much a lot of people really, really loved back in 2011 came from this kind of, unknown small studio at the time known as Supergiant Games. That's sort of helmed by a former GameSpot editor known as Greg Casavo.
Yep.
And that pretty much, like, a lot of people were curious. Like, once I seen that game for the first time, it's like, oh, this game looks great. I'm kind of interested to see more. And they did like a building the bomb, not building bomb, like, was it building the bastion series of little videos for Giant Bomb, where they basically came in and talked about their like updates, and then it showed like a video, like a sort of video diary of their development. And then the game came out in July, I think it was 2011.
Yeah.
And pretty much got critical acclaim. Like, a lot of people really liked that game. They just praised it for its, great art style. The music was fantastic. The narration of the game is, cool, and just pretty much not a lot of people have not really. I don't know anyone there. I don't know anyone out there has said that didn't like this game.
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah, I liked it. I didn't finish it, but I liked the game. It's a fun game.
No, like, have you seen anyone out there say that they didn't like this game?
I'm not sure Derek is fussed about it. I think
yeah.
he's not fussed about it at all. But,
Derek doesn't like indie games.
Yeah.
Well, I actually think he maybe does though, but he doesn't really think too much of Journey either.
Yeah.
So.
But it's a good game. I didn't finish it.
He doesn't think too much maybe of critically acclaimed sort of indie games, it seems.
Yeah. Who knows?
But yeah. And they announced this week that their new game called Transistor, and they're revealing it it came out like a trailer of it came out like shortly before PAX East started, and they have a booth set up to play like an early build of the game. And they showed that there was a trailer released for it, like I said, like a sort of like reveal / teaser trailer or whatever. It showed like a little tiny bit of gameplay though, and from what you could see, some people would say, oh, this just looks like Bastion, but with a sci-fi setting. And yes, it does look like that there though, but the art style looks cool in this as well. The sci-fi setting looks pretty cool, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing more of this game.
There's a gameplay video on GameSpot. Greg Kasavin talks to Maxwell McGee, and he plays through a little bit of the game. I think he plays through the demo. So if you want to check it out, see what it looks like.
Yeah, like I watched the first few minutes of it though, and it looks very nice. So,
Mhm.
like, I'm very much looking forward to that game anyway. Like, I don't care. Like I loved Bastion though, so
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, looks if it's like it looks similar in a way, like it has like that isometric feel, though, and this time like the sword, the sword you get is not voice is talking to you.
Yeah.
Is that done by the same guy who narrated Bastion?
They don't talk about
Logan?
it, but it does sound like him, from what I've heard. It does sound like the guy, so
Yeah. So
probably is him. Who knows?
yeah, probably know about that though later on though, but I
Yeah.
assume it is him because
Yeah. Pretty sure.
I loved his voice in Bastion.
Pretty sure
This
it will
is a
be
great
him.
just great voice. But yeah, very much looking forward to checking this out though. They didn't really specifically say what, console like the platforms is coming out on yet though. They might have it on next gen, or it's gonna be in Polygon and PC anyway, because Bastion came on PC Steam
Yeah.
last year,
That's true.
and chances are it'll probably be on the 360, maybe PS3, or maybe just the PS4 and 360, the next Xbox. Will it make its way to Wii U eShop? Maybe,
Yeah.
because a lot of the stuff that's being revealed is coming out of it, so they are as well.
Mhm.
And then finally here, before just going to the summary, Square Enix confirms Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy X-2 for HD release. We kind of already knew about Final Fantasy X, so we did though. It was sort of talked about. It was said that it's happening like a year or two ago though, and they're basically adding on Final Fantasy X-2, which is the sort of sequel to Final Fantasy X, for HD release. There's going to be a Vita and there's going to be a PS3 version. The PS3 versions is going to include both of them, but the PS Vita one, you're going to have to get them separately.
Okay.
So chances are, if you care about to both games, you're going to have to pay more to get the two games on the Vita
Mhm.
than you are on the PS3. And it shows Square shot. It shows there's a few screenshots going around here of what the game looked like though on original PS2 and what it looks like on the PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
And yeah, it looks a bit glossed up. Looks nice. It looks nice in a way though.
Mhm.
You played Final Fantasy X, didn't
Yeah.
you?
I played Final Fantasy X, finished it. It's a good game.
I shouldn't say I've not finished Final Fantasy X.
No?
Nope.
I played 10 to 15 minutes and I said, fuck this game. Never touching this game again. So, that's pretty much it.
I got very close to the end now. I pretty much got to the final the final part of the game when you're in Sin. I think you fight Sin or whatever, and then you go sort of within him or something it is. And then you fight the final version of Seymour, and then you fight that there, and that's where I got to. It just basically started that dungeon or whatever, and that's it. That's where I got. Because I fought a few battles, yep, I'm way too weak here. Never touched it since.
Yeah. You have to farm a bit before you go there.
Yeah.
So.
It says there is no release date or price is currently mentioned, but Square Enix will release an official announcement trailer for the game on March 25th. So, by the time this comes up, by the time you listen to this, you'll probably have seen it already.
Yeah. Tomorrow.
So.
But we're recording this, so tomorrow.
Yeah. It was announced at Tokyo Game Show 2011, the Final Fantasy X HD. So, it's been a while. So.
Yeah.
Don't know if this will be out this year now or next year, but we'll just have to wait and see. I might pick it up anyway.
You're gonna pick them up, both of them? Well, I mean the PS3 version.
Yeah, I'll probably just get the PS3 version because I'd rather just get it though rather than paying £80 for two of them.
Okay.
or whatever it's going to be. I'll probably assume it'll be £40 for each of them, or maybe £30. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I think they should charge no more than £30 for each of them.
Yeah.
Like they may be HD versions of the game, but they're still 12 and 9-year-old games respectively.
Exactly.
And that is it as far as what we want to talk about here.
Yeah.
Just briefly go through some of these games and things. Now, Origin Exploit Discovered. What's this about, Dan?
Yeah, there's a loophole. Apparently, Origin is at risk. There's a loophole that could swap games for malicious code. Apparently on Origin. So the news keeps getting better and better for EA. Yeah, apparently hackers found a way to swap games for malicious code in Origin. So naturally, EA is they are investigating it. They haven't confirmed anything, but they're investigating it. They said they haven't come across any hacks so far. So
yeah, that doesn't sound good though.
no.
Especially if it's something malicious code will get hacked or whatever, or your credit card information get compromised, or what's the deal here? It's gonna be, we'll just have to wait and see.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't sound good.
Nope, it doesn't. Hope they find a way to fix that.
Yeah. Gears of War Judgment's microtransactions listed in full though.
Yeah.
We're not gonna go through them
No.
now because
But there's a bunch of them.
there's a bunch of them though. I assume they're just basically they're like weapon skins and stuff like that as well.
They range from
And,
80 to
armor.
4,000 Microsoft points. So yeah.
What size?
They range from 80 Microsoft points to 4,000. So I don't know what you get
Yeah.
for 4,000, but apparently.
It's the total skin pack, which contains every weapon and armor skin in the game. And who the fuck would do that?
Yeah. I don't know who the crazy person is that would get that, but
Cause there was weapon skins for Gears of War 3, and it was 3,600 points for the lot, I think.
Yeah.
Or 32 or 3,600. And no thanks. That's all I have to say. And whoever bought all of that weapon skin pack is an idiot. I don't care.
Yeah, and it's an armor.
You're buying fucking skins for, a good amount of money.
Yeah.
Like, how much is 4,000 points now?
4,000 points. 80.
2,000 points is £17, so that'll be £34.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
£34 for skin packs.
Yeah. They don't do anything for your.
No, they don't. Enhance the game in any way
No.
whatsoever.
They don't give you more powers. They don't, protect you more. They don't do anything. It's just a skin. So.
Yeah. So
To me,
don't buy them.
that is fucking done. But anyway.
Yeah. If one of them looks cool and want to buy it, though, go ahead. Though, don't fucking just buy the whole pack. That's just.
Yeah, 80 points. Okay, it's $1.
Yeah. That's
Not
all
too
right.
bad.
Or a few of them. No, not so bad. That's all right. But if you go out of your way and buy that full pack,
Yeah.
dumbass.
Yeah.
Sorry, dumbass.
Yeah. $35 or
Um,
what? No, forget it.
Go ahead, Dennis. You want to talk about this next story, do you?
Yeah, I'll talk. Well, Aliens Colonial Marine gets a visual upgrade in a 4 GB PC patch. So there's a 4 GB PC patch. It's official. It's an official PC patch for Aliens
So
Colonial
it's
Marines.
Going to basically make the game look less crappy, then, is it?
Yeah. Various visual improvements on the game. So there's a list here. I won't go through them, but
Yeah, just basically maybe was it going to fix some of the little wee AA bugs or something? Or just basically all visual stuff. It just make the game look less crappy though. I probably would like to see what this looks like though.
it's visual
Is there any
stuff.
footage of it at the moment, or is it out, or is it coming
Is it out?
out?
It doesn't say here.
I probably just want to see footage of it anyway. I'll probably just check it out on YouTube sometime this week if it's already out, though, to see how different it looks.
Yeah.
So
But
they might want to try and make it look like more like that sort of demo they showed last year at E3, whatever.
apparently they tweaked some stuff in the campaign. Tweaked the enemy and friendly AI to be more aggressive and responsive. Modified campaign difficulty to account for improved AI responsiveness.
Oh, so basically make the AI not brain dead then, I guess.
Yeah. Improved enemy collision detection regarding doors and power loader. Addressed some issues that could cause improper warping for co-op players. Various tweaks to address instances where NPC characters would not always properly navigate to objectives, and players will no longer bleed out immediately when downed in a power loader.
Okay.
So apparently they're tweaking the AI with this visual upgrade. So
yeah, which is probably a good thing as well, because like the AI in that game, not so good.
yeah,
Like I said, your partner AI is brain dead.
if this comes automatically with the game, it would be pretty great. Like I would like to see what it looks like with this 4 gig patch. See if it looks better and if it plays better also.
Yeah, it probably will come. Like if you have it already on Steam or whatnot, I'll probably just update it there, because you're not going to pay more to enhance the game now, are you?
No, I don't
For
think
this?
they'll
No
charge
way.
for this. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt they'll charge. So, you want to talk about Richard Garriott a bit, or?
Yeah, I want to talk about Richard Gary and how a bit of a dickhead he seems to be with his mouth.
Yeah.
Like his Ultimate RPG was successful on Kickstarter, and he's the creator of Ultima, and some people do regard him, though, he's a great guy, because the fact is he created like one of these sort of kind of first Western RPGs.
Yeah.
So he is.
And he went into
Thing
space.
is, though, he also did another game called Tabula Rasa, which was credited, it pretty much got panned
Yeah.
and didn't do so well. It was this big MMO and kind of came and went without so much of a bang. Just basically went without, just didn't go out with a bang, but with a whimper.
Yeah. And he went into space, right? This guy?
Yes, he went into space. He's known as Lord British. Like, I never played any of the Ultimate games, so I can't say how I feel about them now. But his new game entitled Shroud of the Avatar: Forsaken Virtues surpassed the 1 million funding target.
Yeah. So it will be funded.
And therefore, that's going to be a thing. So it'll come out in 2014. But he also said something that'll probably spout off maybe something. He says he's never met anyone who is as good a game designer as he is. And basically said, I think there's very few great game designers. I think Chris Roberts is one of them. Will Wright's another. Peter Molyneux is another. They clearly exist, but on the whole, I think that the design talent in our industry is dramatically lower than we need as an industry. It's a very hard skill to learn. So,
wow.
Yeah, he's basically kind of an ego then. He's basically up his own ass there.
Egomaniac or
I'm
something.
great. Yeah.
Fuck.
The fact is, I think the only thing that you've done in the last 10 years is Tabula Rasa.
Yeah.
So you can't go spouting off shit like that when you only made like one game in the last 10 years, and that game is supposed to be crap.
Yeah. I'm sure Ken Levine has a different opinion about that.
Yeah. Ken Levine's good because he done BioShock, and he was his studio co-developed with Looking Glass for System Shock 2, which is well regarded as well.
Yeah, and BioShock Infinite will have apparently a very good story also, so
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
So
you go out over your way to say other people suck. That's not very, that won't endear you to to your brethren, let's say.
yeah, and Kevin Van Ord, I think he was apparently in GameSpot offices recently or sometime, like don't know if it was recently or sometime a few months ago or whatever. But Kevin Van Ord talked about him on one of the GameSpot gameplay podcasts, and kind of sort of shared the same thing. He kind of he's just kind of strange and seems to be just kind of a bit,
eccentric.
Up his own ass.
Yeah. Well, the guy went into space, so
Yeah.
I mean,
I went into space. Go me.
yeah. Like you didn't have money to fund your own fucking game after you went into space, and you paid how much money to go into space? Come on.
Lord knows.
Yeah.
A few million anyway.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. Okay. But weird, Mr. Richard Garriott, Lord British.
Yeah. Also, SimCity, we talked about the EA thing already, so it did.
Yeah.
SimCity sells 1.1 million in 2 weeks. So, despite the fact that the game was kind of
broken for a week.
Broken when it came out, it still sold a very few copies.
1.1 million in 2 weeks. That's pretty. 550 million. That's that's pretty good per week.
There's definitely games out there that sold a lot more than that though, but concerning the fact this is only a PC game, that's still pretty good.
Yeah, it's only a PC game and it was broken for the first week. That's phenomenally good, if you ask me.
Because yeah. Go ahead, sorry.
If you ask me, phenomenally good for a game that was broken and only on PC. So
yeah.
I mean, jeez. It's a whole lot of copies. So
yeah. And that'll be another 1.1 million, and another copy will be sold in a week or so with your shelf.
yeah, another one added to. Yeah, I'll get it for the summer. I'm interested in playing it, so I'll get it for the summer.
I'm not getting it. I'm not interested to play it whatsoever. So
yeah,
just not into those games.
it's a fun game. It's a fun little game. It's not very hard. Doesn't seem very hard. So. And I guess last
we actually talked about this as well on the last week's podcast. Briefly mentioned it here though. Is Fez is coming to Steam on May 1st.
Yep.
So a lot of people really liked that game last year on Xbox Live Arcade though. If you wanted to try it out and don't have an Xbox 360 but have PC, now's your chance.
Yep.
I still yet to go and try that game out for external. I tried the trial and I thought it was pretty good though. Just never gone out of my way and bought the game yet.
I haven't played it. I can't say anything about it.
Apparently the soundtrack's supposed to be pretty awesome. I know Derek really likes the soundtrack in it.
Yeah, he does.
And from what I heard of it though, it sounds pretty nice.
Yeah. So
that's it for news. Not really a big week in news compared to other weeks, but we got our share anyway, nonetheless. So
just maybe talk briefly about Rock Band. We had a little bit of Rock Band news.
Yes, Rock Band news as well. Forgot to mention that it has actually sold 130 million DLC.
Yeah. 130
which
million.
is pretty fucking big.
Yeah, 130 million copies of DLC music. So that's enormous. If you ask me, that's really huge.
Yeah. And it's nearly 5.5 years.
Yeah, it's $2 per song, so you can pretty much do the math on that. That's a whole lot of songs and a whole lot of money for those guys. So.
Well, it's not like all of them are songs now. Some people got the packs, which are like $440. So basically, saving a bit of money there if you just buy the certain ones comes in free packs or whatever.
Yeah.
So, and the final track was well announced. The final DLC is American Pie.
Yeah.
Which I think a lot of people saw coming.
Yeah. The day the music died.
The day the music died.
Yeah.
And the day the music died in the Rock Band DLC front.
Yeah.
Because it's the last song that you'll see.
Yeah, I did watch the Rock Band party that they did Thursday night on the eve of PAX. I watched pretty much the entirety of it. I went to dinner with my parents, came back home, and it was I saw Jeff Gertzman's tweet about it, and I tuned in and watched it. It was awesome. It was really really great. Like some people, it's like people that you don't even know. Like they go on stage and they start singing and performing in Rock Band, doing some songs, and some were really fucking horrible. Like these people, like this band went on stage and did "Bring Me to Life" by Evanescence, and the guy was singing the girl part, and the girl was singing the guy part, and it was just fucking horrible. It was really bad,
Okay.
and it was like,
So the girl was singing Paul McCoy and the guy was singing Amy Lee's part.
yeah.
Okay, that's weird.
And you had Patrick and it was Patrick. Who was it? It was Patrick and Alex that were on video because you had like a separate video on the bottom that showed you like Jeff and Ryan were there, Drew was there, Patrick and Alex were there, Brad was there, and just Alex and Patrick just went on and on and on about the band, and like Patrick.
Were they like the judges or something, or like commentary, was it?
Yeah, pretty much a commentary on it. And Patrick Klepek just freaking tore through Evanescence, like saying they're a horrible band and all that, and just And anybody else know? Anybody know another song besides "Bring Me to Life" by Evanescence? He's like, no, anybody? Like really being an ass and all that about everything. And everybody in the chat, people didn't really particularly like Evanescence, but people in the chat were just like, "Shut up, Patrick! Fuck you, Patrick!" and all that.
Oh yeah, that's basically the haters of Patrick.
Oh yeah, there were like a bunch of people just hating on Patrick, really
Yeah.
going off
You're
on
gonna
him.
get them anywhere, Twitch chat or Jam Bomb chat or YouTube comments. There's just people out there, like we mentioned this time and time again, but there's people out there just hate him.
Yeah, people were like, "Can somebody cut Patrick's mic off and all that?" And I was like, "Holy shit!" Okay.
Were you watching on Jam Bomb chat? Was it then?
No, I was watching it on Twitch,
Oh, Twitch. Okay.
Twitch chat. So it was pretty crazy. So
Yeah, there's just people out there just hate him though, and like I don't hate him though. But just some of the things he says sometimes it tends to go on a bit too long with some of the minute details and like quick looks and that there. And the thing is, well, he seems to be in a lot of quick looks nowadays as well. Like it's like him and someone else now.
yeah, like he's just
Which
annoying.
I just have a feeling it's like kind of Jam Bombs where I just saying fuck you to the haters. It's like if you hate Patrick, well fuck you then. We're just gonna fucking shove him down your throats.
Yeah. Exactly.
With with all these with the quick looks with him.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, then Brad sang and everybody was like Team Brad and everybody behind Brad and Brad sang "Power of Love." So it was pretty good. Alex was playing drums. So
It's the power of love.
like he wanted to sing another song, but another band went on stage and sang his song. And he was freaking out at the front of the stage. Was, "Fuck it!" Just yelling after the band and all that. It was great. I think it
Was
was
this before or after he did that?
before he did his song. Like it was yelling at the
Okay.
band, and like Jeff and Ryan were like, and I think Brad is going insane or something like that. And Brad was just yelling at the top of his lungs, "That's my song" or something like that, and yelling.
I'll have to watch this though. It sounds like it's great.
Oh yeah, it was pretty awesome. It was pretty awesome. Like you could see Brad, not Brad, but Jeff was fucking drunk out of his mind. It's great. Ryan looked bored as hell, and it was Drew just showed up at one point. He was just standing there saying nothing, and then he just left. He went away. It was great. Really, really. Well, the last song that they did was American Pie, and everybody went on stage, and everybody sang together, and that was pretty cool. So that was pretty much it.
Yeah, well, I was like, the thing is, so I probably might have watched that though if I was, not working.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
That was the problem. I was working, so I could not watch it.
So
That's the thing. That's the thing. That sort of thing. Though, like some of the live stuff they do is when I'm working.
yeah,
Like they do the on TNT and on Professional Fridays. But the thing is, I probably wouldn't have watched. I might watch like some of them anyway if I was off.
yeah,
But the thing is, I'm not though. Too bad they don't do that stuff early in the week.
yeah. It was pretty late. It was pretty late. I think it finished like at 11:30 or something. So
Yeah, so I've been like flipping, 3 or 4 here.
Yeah. No way. Yeah, I finished pretty. I think it was more than 11:30. I think it was midnight or 12:15 or something like that. So
Alright.
yeah, it was pretty good. It was really enjoyable, really funny. It was pretty great. So yeah, that's what I had to say about that. So you want to
Yeah,
go through the launch
that's
date?
good to know. I'll have to check that out though. How long was it though? Do you know?
Oh, it was long as hell. Like I got
3 hours.
pretty much close to 4, I would say.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, it was very long.
Guess I'll just watch it in bits then.
Like some bands were really horrible. Like Kessler was there and he sang really badly, and everybody was like, "Whoa, get off the stage, Kessler!" and yelling at him and all that. It was funny. It was really good. But yeah, it's worth watching. Some bands were horrible. Some bands were really good, but some bands were really bad. So it's pretty cool.
What difficulty were they playing on?
Some were playing on easy. Like this guy, I saw this guy. He was playing guitar on easy, and he got I think like 42%. And then people in the chat just started fucking going off on him. Like, what the fuck, man? 42% on easy? What the fuck? And he's going nuts.
How can you get 42% in easy? It's like fucking one note or something.
Yeah. It's like 3 notes or 2 notes. That you
Yeah,
have
it's
to
like
play.
three. Like it's hardly any notes like that. They hardly come like that fast either, though. Like it's really. I'm sorry, but if you can't play that game on easy, and even on easy,
Yeah.
it's just not for you then. But
Exactly.
you probably never even played before though, if that's the case.
Yeah, well,
But still, like you should be able to play it all right. More than that, if you're an easy. Like if it was if it was like expert or something though, then I could say. But easy,
Yeah, some people are playing on expert and getting like 98, 90, 97. Like,
yeah,
Alex played on expert and drums and got 90 something.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, my sort of standard difficulty is hard. That's my go-to difficulty.
mhm.
Like there's some songs and like expert I can do all right though, but other ones are like nope.
Yeah. But after this long without no practice, I don't think you could go back to expert immediately.
No.
So,
No, I tend to like play like the guitar or mic though, or
mhm.
microphone. That's really it. I don't do anything else.
Yeah.
Um, should I just wrap the things up here now, the launch dates, and then call it a day?
Yeah, I think so. I think we should get with
Because I need to call my taxi shortly here
Yeah.
and get going to
Get
work
going.
soon enough.
All right, so you want to do?
Launch dates. Epic Mickey 2, The Power of 2, which was released last year, is coming to the PS Vita. And it's coming out in 2013. So sometime this year,
Yeah.
apparently in the UK only.
For now, yeah. They said
For now. I assume it'll probably come in the US, so, but I think it said UK only, UK. So basically, a game that's wasn't really very well regarded. It's coming to a system that pretty much not a lot of people care for at this point. It's like, yep, another port, pretty much.
Yeah, it was pretty garbage.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
It was a garbage game pretty much. So it didn't
Yeah,
really
it's
go.
a game that pretty much, yeah. It killed the company that developed it, Junction Point.
Yeah.
So yeah. I don't know. I just don't know why. PS Vita is just. It's been out for over a year now, and that hasn't set the world on fire.
No. Exactly.
It just seems to be the PSP all over again with not really a lot of great games coming out, and most of the games that are coming out are basically ports
Yeah.
or remakes of older games,
Yeah. Exactly.
which stupid though. Like PS Vita should do as more than that. Like I have one, I like it though, but give me games for Pete's sake.
Yeah.
Draw Something 2 is coming out
Yeah.
on the mobile devices, so iOS, Android, like iPad, etc.
Yeah.
And anything else under the kitchen sink probably. This was kind of big fad I think last year, wasn't it, for like a couple of weeks or a month or so, and then it kind of just died.
Mhm.
I got it like the free version though, and played it for a bit with a few people.
Yeah.
That was it.
Draw some things a little bit like some pop. Somewhat. So yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what this is going to be like now, and don't care too much for it, to tell you the truth. The next two games, I'll just talk about them anyway, but I couldn't care less about them, are Rugby Challenge 2, the Lions Tour Edition, is on the Xbox 360, PS3 and PC. It's coming sometime this year. And Ashes Cricket 2013, coming on the Xbox 360, PS3, Wii U and PC on June 21st.
Yeah.
So, if you like rugby or if you like cricket, there you go, there's your games for this year.
Two European games. So.
Yeah. Their games were basically for Europeans and ones for English, mainly like rugby and cricket.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't even want to watch cricket, let alone play it. So
yeah,
in a video game. So no thanks. Deus Ex: Human Revolution Director's Cut for the Wii U is coming out May 7th.
Yeah.
So great. Wii U once again tend to be the system for older games.
Yeah.
Like DSX was out August 2011, and now it's coming out May 2013, like over a year and a half later, on another system.
Yeah, that's
apparently it's gonna have like the Missing Link DLC and a few other little.
Yeah, I think it has DLC in it.
Which, I guess, if you haven't played the game, I guess, but I'd like to know what the price this is gonna be.
Say what?
I want to know what the price of this is going to be.
Oh, I don't know. $40 probably.
If it's
30.
full price, forget it, because the fact is you can just get it cheaper elsewhere.
Yeah, you can get it $5 on Steam. So yeah.
Yeah, you can get it dead cheap on Steam now, like when it's on sale.
Yeah, it's
or
always
you can
on
probably
sale.
get it for like maybe £10-15 now.
It's pretty much always on sale anyway. So.
Yeah. So why the hell would you want to get it for full price on a
console
for a year and a half old game?
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Nope. Not at all.
Again, that was announced at PAX. We haven't really talked much about PAX, but there's a few things that came out of PAX and Penny Arcade Expo, PAX East. A lot of people are really excited for this here. It's DuckTales Remastered for the Wii U, Xbox 360 and PS3. DuckTales Remastered, it's basically a remastered version of the classic game from Capcom on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Yeah. It's supposedly coming out Q3 2013. Now, did you play the original DuckTales?
Yeah, I did, of course. Of course. Great game.
Yeah. Great game. Great music. The moon level music is awesome in that game, and I'm very much looking forward to playing this game. I'll definitely be picking it up. I don't know, actually, to tell the truth, I don't know. If it's anything like the Rocket Knight fiasco, no thanks.
Yeah.
Where I paid 1,200 points for a game that lasted a little over an hour. So no. Dungeons and Dragons Chronicles of Mystara. These are two of the Dungeons and Dragons arcade games bundled together.
Yeah.
They're coming on PS3, Xbox 360, PC, and Wii U, June 2013.
Yep.
I never played these though, but I seen the trailer of it though, and it's like, yeah, this looks cool.
Yeah,
I'm gonna check it
they're
out.
fun. They're fun.
Did you ever play these in the arcades or whatnot?
Yeah, I used to play. Yeah, they used to have both machines close to the arcade, close to my house, and yeah, you played a whole lot of that. Really good, really fun. Can't wait to see them on PC especially. I bet they're going to be really awesome. So can't wait to try them out again. Should be cool.
Fuse, which is the first multi-platform game from Insomniac, is out on the PS3 and Xbox 360 on May 28th.
Yeah.
Fuse, or formerly known as Overstrike.
Mm-hmm.
So it was. I think EA is publishing it.
I think so.
That's out May 28th, so look forward to it. It's coming out pretty soon.
Yeah.
XCOM Enemy Unknown is coming to Mac and iOS. The Mac version is coming on April 25th, which is 4 days before my birthday, and it's just supposedly coming soon on iOS.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to play on an iOS device.
Yeah, I wonder how they're going to do that.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
And supposedly it's going to be the full game as well, or close to the full game. It's not really a graphically and technically impressive game in terms of graphics now.
Mhm.
So I could see this probably working pretty good on
Yeah, I think it will. I think it will be.
on iOS. And also just like Firaxis are apparently working on a new game as well. That said they're working on a new project though, and they'll talk about it sometime in the future.
Okay.
So
Sounds good.
just look out for it though. And like Civilization 5's actually forgot to put it down here. The new one of it, Brave New World's coming out.
Oh yeah, that's right.
This
Forgot
year
it.
as well. Second expansion.
Mhm.
So, and finally, just talked about their earliest Transistor supposedly coming out in 2014,
Yeah. No date or nothing.
which there's no hard release date now.
No release
Just
date, no
2014.
platform.
Sorry, go ahead.
And no release date, no platform.
Yeah,
So.
no platform just yet, but I will probably have an idea. We'll probably know what the platforms are going to be anyway.
Yeah. Next gen, who knows?
Yeah, next gen perhaps, but I say it might be coming to the current gen stuff as well.
Yeah.
Because not everyone's going to go out there and buy the new systems straight away.
That's true. That's true.
They're gonna wait when the price drops and like when there's actual games coming out.
Yep. Which will be my case.
Like I mentioned before when we were talking PS4 stuff, like there's nothing for that yet that I'm gonna go out in my way and buy a PS4.
Mhm.
And I want to see what the new Xbox will have before if I put my money down for it.
Yeah.
If it's at least 3 games at launch that I want to get for any of the systems, I'm not gonna bother.
Yeah.
So that is it for this episode. We are on over the 2.5 hour mark though, but not by much. So it's actually shorter than usual
Yep.
compared to other weeks.
It is.
We did ramble on with wrestling again.
Yeah, we did. That took up a little bit of
Um,
time, so.
Yeah, of course. Like I said, we tend to ramble on when we get going with the wrestling.
Yep.
Our minds just run away. We can talk. Me and Dan can talk about wrestling for a good couple of hours.
Oh yeah, we can, of course.
Yeah. So, but anyway, thank you very much for listening. Next week we're going to have a guest on. So yeah, if everything goes smoothly, she's basically said she will be on. She's basically going to say now she's from Australia. So she is. So it's going to be very interesting now. Time difference.
Yeah. It'll be. Yeah.
Going to be 3 different time zones, people.
Yep.
Dennis is on the east coast of America, of Canada, EST time. I'm on Greenwich Mean Time. And she's going to be on Australian time. I think it's like 10, 11 hours ahead of us.
That'll be interesting.
So that's going to be great.
Yeah.
So subscribe to us on iTunes. Leave us some reviews on iTunes. Did have a problem there a few weeks ago. Basically, the episodes weren't there, but that was because I fucking incorrectly set the URL links on the feed.
Yeah, it's fixed now.
Or I
So.
put it on, but that's fine now.
Yeah.
You can follow us on Twitter. I'm DowM85.
I'm D-Boy Dan.
And you can also follow Derek on GigaStormZ. And also you can follow at United Gamedom, at the United Gamedom on Twitter.
Yep.
You can follow us on Facebook at the United Gamedom Podcast group, which is pretty much fucking dead at this point.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Nah, you're not worried. To tell you the truth, all I just is post the episode there.
Yeah.
We don't really tend to do a lot anymore. Like question of the week, we don't do
No.
anymore because we didn't really get a lot of responses to really warrant it though, and don't know what else. Just don't really do a whole lot there.
We'll try.
And since Derek's not there anymore, so
Yeah. We'll try to find something to do with that channel, or I'll just close it. I don't know. We'll see.
yeah, probably close it though.
Yeah.
Maybe. And that's it. And you can also follow us on YouTube at the United Gamedom Podcast as well.
Yeah.
So anyway, thank you, Dennis, for joining me once again.
Thank you.
We'll be on next week, we'll say, with the guest, if everything goes smoothly.
Yeah.
And we'll see you all next time for another edition of the United Gamedom Podcast. Goodbye, bitches.
Bye-bye.